thing. Starscream is a
Starscream.
real fandom. That's a real fandom.
That is disturbing.
That does not surprise me. You know, they've said that
you guys mind sharing this too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Share it
Hold
far,
on.
share it wide, because I don't feel like doing it today. I really don't. I'm sorry.
I don't think I can because like I'm on mobile and like if I navigate away from this to share it, then I'm gonna die.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm just.
I'm sharing it in my soul.
Okay, I hate that I opened.
I'm gonna quote tweet the one you did earlier and say we're live. Does that sound like a good compromise of our laziness?
Yeah. It's no problem. I just wanted to let people know that we're streaming because I didn't make any. It's the last minute thing. I didn't make any announcements prior to this. So
let me see if I can do it on my laptop.
You don't have to worry too much about it if you can't do it.
I mean, I have a Discord server that I could post this in. It's not my server, but I post enough of my own streams in there anyway. So
you guys mentioned Trent. You guys mentioned the Bay Formers, right?
I was talking about how because someone brought up a dodo transplant. I said the Bayverse would do some shit like that.
They absolutely.
Nah,
would.
Unironically.
Well, the problem is go ahead.
I wanted to say, like, do any of you guys remember there was a movie about talking guinea pigs that kind of ripped off Transformers?
G-Force. I've never seen it, but I know about it.
I've watched that movie more times than I'd like to admit when I was a kid.
Oh, you mean the one that was like Voltron parody?
No.
It
was literally just. It was
that they
Mission
trained.
Impossible, but with rodent pets.
Oh my god!
And then the rodents they fought like machines coming to life, and they were basically Transformers.
And the villain was like
villain
a mole.
he was a mole. He was their tech guy.
Oh, you know something I found out too? I did not know this. The mole, you know, like the mole has like this nasally voice, so you would never guess it. The mole is voiced by Nicolas fucking Cage. I did not know
Nicolas
that.
Cage?
That was Nicolas Cage.
Money.
Oh my god.
Nicolas Cage still be playing them crazy roles
because he needs money. He's out of money.
Is he really out of money?
Yeah.
I mean, he might be,
have you not heard the stories like him just like buying like 10 houses and like and doing like buying like random like dinosaur skulls and shit?
I heard about the dinosaur skull thing.
That's a Nicolas Cage if I've ever heard it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had just like stupid amount of money, part of me would probably do it because I'm pretty sure everyone was big into dinosaurs at some point in their life.
If they weren't, they were wrong.
Like, can you even call yourself a?
I can't get mad at him on principle. Let's put it that way. I cannot get mad at him on principle.
That like him,
yeah, it's like their money.
That is the most Nicolas Cage thing I've ever heard of in my life. Just buying dinosaur skull.
Why not? I mean,
honestly,
like there's apparently a story about him outbidding Leonardo DiCaprio for a dinosaur skull. That's a real thing.
That's fucking funny.
I
imagine.
I just love to sit in the room for that with like popcorn.
You got caged.
They're going back and forth. They're like looking at each other. 200, 250.
I would love to see Nicolas Cage just do that. Just stand up as he wins.
No, I just imagine
he got caged.
I imagine Nicolas Cage just being like Bruce Wayne in Gotham, like during the auction scene where like he just keeps upbidding everybody by exactly.
Yeah,
because of Uma Thurman.
Yeah, like that. He's like the Uma Thurman thing. He's just like
that's a very good reason, honestly.
Leonardo DiCaprio tries his best, but he can't keep up.
Bat credit card. Oh shit, I'm broke.
Good for forever.
God, you know, I really wish my computer would actually turn on. That'd be great.
That'd be a cool one.
No, it's just stuck on the login screen, but it's not actually bringing up the little box that I type in my password when.
Don't worry about it, Gumby. It's all good.
Well, now I'm just mad about this, and so I'm gonna.
Speaking of Batman, because I basically had to take it easy for like a day or two on computer usage. I decided, you know what? I have HBO Max. They have all the Batman movies. Let me watch some of these. Ended up watching the Dark Knight again, and I remember just feeling like they were calling. I remember when I first saw it, I was calling bullshit on the part where he saves Rachel from the building and they fall down a fucking skyscraper and he's fine, but then later on he tackles Harvey Dent and it's like, oh yeah, his leg injury persists into the next movie.
Yes.
He lost all consciousness. He's like, bro, you fell from the
landed on it
skyscraper.
I mean, he's Batman.
That's all
so.
it is.
Yeah.
I guess like rewatching the scene, I was like, okay, the cape is kind of slowing you down, I guess, but still. Like, and you landed on a taxi cab, like that's some broken bones, man.
What would,
I mean, who's to say he didn't get broken bones?
I mean, he doesn't seem like he doesn't grunt in pain or anything.
I mean, but he's Batman though.
I know he's Batman.
He's Batman.
Yeah. I don't know. All these people are who want to.
Let's be honest, though. Let's be honest. In the Dark Knight trilogy, was he really Batman, or was he just a Christopher Nolan character that used the name?
Nah, he was Batman.
He was
I mean,
Batman.
and he did some
was
detective
Batman.
work.
It's a
He did
different.
detective
I
work.
will hold
There was some
to-
He
good
did
fighting
some
in it.
detective work. He had a Batmobile. Well, later it
I mean,
turned into a bike.
I mean,
because
to
it
be
got
honest,
blown up.
he did a bit more detective work than we see nowadays. Batman doesn't really do.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing. Honestly, he's
He was
more.
saving people in the second one,
Uh,
especially when the whole scene where Joker was making it look like the clowns were had the hostages pretending to be the hostages dressed as the clowns, and then the SWAT will start shooting them, and he starts fighting the cops. It's like, no, it's backwards.
you know
Like
what?
here's the thing. The thing about Batman and the Dark. I mean, like if you want to talk about like the performance, then sure, because even Christopher,
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Yeah, thank you. Christian Bale even admitted he didn't like the performance. He thought he overdid it with the grunty voice, and it's been memed to death. Yeah, he
I
admits like
kind of like the voice, even though it's silly.
I like it
is
until he
silly.
does. I like it until he has to do a like serious scene where he's like talking to dudes like about like hope and stuff. I'm like, dude, can you use your real
Yeah.
voice for this part?
No.
There are some scenes where
Yeah,
it's kind
like
of
what
looks
he-
like
what he-
unintentionally funny.
When he said like, swear to me.
That's great.
I
I
actually
love
like
that.
that line.
Golden.
Because
I'm
it's like
making
he's
that
trying to
up.
scare the guy.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah,
I
It's
love
like if
that.
I'm
I like
dangling upside
That's
down and a
good.
guy in a Batman costume is growling at me like that, I'm gonna be a little intimidated.
I'm
And then, like, but then, like,
Especially
when
if
he's
he's
like-
trying, to drop me.
The
Off a building.
funniest part is if you listen closely, when he's trying like the way we're saying like you're talking about hope and stuff. When he's trying to do the voice like that and trying to talk normal, you can hear like his nose is like visibly being disrupted, so it sounds kind of nasally.
Yeah.
He's like, we gotta make sure that the Joker can't go. He's like, fuck. Like,
The
it's
only
like he's
thing that
holding
I
his
say
nose.
is a problem with the Nolan movies is the fight choreography.
Yeah,
Most of it is
It-
not very good.
Here's
The
the thing.
fight
when
choreography
it's,
was atrocious.
it's only bad when it's up close quarter combat. When it's like grand, like traps and like leaping in and shit, it's good. But when it's like straight up,
hand to hand fighting, that's when it
Yeah,
becomes a problem.
it looks
Yeah,
bad.
no, I agree.
especially the third one when because there's
Oh,
like
third
two
one.
instances where people fall over for no reason.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
third one
Batman
has
is
that,
nowhere near you and you just fell over.
third one has a Spider-Man 3 energy where it's like I'm half actually genuinely liking it and I'm half just laughing at it.
Like the first half
Yeah.
of the movie is fine until after the Bane fight in the sewers. Because then the movie just like drags on and it's like, what is going on? What is Bane's plan, honestly? At this point. Why is Batman barely in the movie?
Hey, wait! I want to take a moment. I want to take a moment here and take a Mercenary Orcs comment right here. Batman starring Squidward. That is what the new one is. He looks like handsome Squidward every single time. I do not understand.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The new helmet. The new helmet for Batman looks like
Are we talking about the
Squidward.
Flash
Oh
one?
my god, he does.
The new
For
one.
the new movie.
We talking about the Flash
which
one that's coming
Are you
out?
talking about? Are you talking about the one?
No,
with-
he's
The new
talking
one's
Robert
the new one's about to
Pattinson
come
one.
out.
Robert
The new one's
Pattinson.
not out, but people love it for some reason yet already because
I don't know why either. I mean, the trailer wasn't even that good.
Because I mean,
Are you
DC
talking about-
stands.
I don't know.
DC stands.
Are you-
DC movie stands are just weird.
They are
Are you
weird,
talking
right?
about
I can always
Robert
understand.
Pattinson?
Yeah, it didn't. The
Yeah,
trailer
I at
Robert-
least
didn't
get
Robert
do
DC
anything
Pattinson.
for
fans.
me.
I at least get them.
Like
DC
Like here-
fans.
like
can
Talking
here-
get
about
them.
Robert Pattinson's too.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the movie. I think Vader reviews did like a good job of like one of my biggest problem with it. It feels like it's trying to be, it's trying to be fucking the Dark Knight trilogy again. Like they're trying to be
Kinda,
That's all they've
gritty,
been
yeah.
doing.
grim,
It's all they've been
and I'm
doing.
just I get that, but like with even like the main DC Batfleck one,
They
at
cannot
least
escape the Nolan.
they
I
even
guess
then they
in some
try to
ways,
combine.
it still feel like more of it.
They try.
I
They're
just
trying
feel
to
like
be
Nolan
like
is Thanos.
they're trying
It's
to
like,
be
where
frank.
did
They're
your
trying to be like
sorry,
oh sorry, I'm trying like we're trying to be Frank Miller, Batman, obviously.
yeah, they're
but,
going that
Oh, that's
direction.
definitely one of their influences. Don't get me wrong, and I think that suit's really good. I'll say that straight up. Even though I will straight up say I don't like that. Batman versus Superman. I think it's
That
terrible.
one scene in the
I
warehouse
don't-
was really good. That's the only.
That
My
was bad.
problem with
I forgot that was bad
Batfleck
getting
is that
down.
it looks like Ben Affleck in a Batman costume, and I know that sounds
No,
weird.
yeah, I never
But,
like.
like, with Bale, he blends into the suit, so it doesn't look like Christian Bale in a suit.
Yeah.
Like he kind of disappears into it. Because
To be fair,
feels
though,
like-
Christian Bale looks radically different in every single role he plays.
He does. He
That's
does.
true.
Kind of like
He's
Tom
Christian Bale,
Hardy.
he's one of those
And
actors
here's-
who
here's-
Kind of like Tom Hardy, honestly, because like I keep
Yeah.
forgetting he's Bane sometimes. It's
those
like,
are one of the few actors who could like just lower their shoulders, and just by doing that, they look different.
yeah, it's like you look like a completely different person.
like
Who are
here's-
you?
here's
Raise
the-
his
here's the-
shoulders. Oh crap! It's Christian
Oh
Bale.
crap! It's Batman.
here's the thing like, and the worst part about this is Robert Pattinson is actually a really good actor.
Yeah, I don't hate Robert
really
Pattinson.
good,
like,
really
like,
really
I
dynamic,
actually don't
really good
dislike him.
actor. He's actually like, yeah, people kept saying like, out of everyone who got like recognition from Twilight movies, he definitely deserved it because outside of that, he's a genuinely really
His career
Yeah,
has
he
been
was
better
actually
than-
pretty good.
That's
in,
why I will always be,
Tenet.
as much as I hate them, I will always be thankful that the Twilight movies happened because they jump-started his career, and he is legitimately one of my favorite actors. He like knocked that out of the park with The Devil All the Time, with The Lighthouse. I still don't even know what the hell I was watching with The Lighthouse, but I
Same.
enjoyed
The
every
Lighthouse is
second
such
of
a
watching
weird
him
movie.
in it because
It was
it was just enjoyable.
Him and William Dafoe.
And
Amazing.
Willem Dafoe,
He was
yeah.
We need
he
more.
was
I
good
want
in- he
Willem
was-
Dafoe to be an older Joker, like so bad.
He
'cause
was
I think
he
would
was
do
good.
it.
He
So,
was good in. He was
one
good
thing
in.
that
He was
I've
also
kind of
good in
done-
Water for Elephants and Goblet of Fire too. That's where I really like.
Yeah, he was in Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire,
was,
he was outstanding. But one of the things I was done, and talking about Willem Dafoe as Joker, one of the things that I have done is I have actually put together a concept for like a what if a DC cinematic universe. It includes Joker being played by Willem Dafoe, and this is an older Joker. But I also, because it's the Joker, I decided to only use him in like 2 movies, and both are very brief moments. Because Batman has other villains.
Yeah,
and
they
people need to
kind of
know that.
use the Joker too much now.
Here's the
Oh,
thing.
God, they like
Here's the thing about
every-
that. I mean, like every.
And
I mean, like
get
here's
that
the thing.
Joker's his main villain, kind of, or like one of his most popular ones.
Willem Dafoe did. Let's be real. Willem Dafoe played Joker in
As
Spider-Man.
Green Goblin, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was-
And I like that he
Joker.
did
Well,
put up
I
his
mean,
own
Green
stunts
Goblin
too,
is
which
they're kind
is
of
really
similar
cool.
energy.
It's just Marvel's Joker.
Yeah, there's similar types of characters.
Yeah, very similar. But like, here's the thing about Joker that I think. The thing about Joker is like I like like you said, they really do overutilize Joker. Here's the thing, it's not even really Joker's fault. Problem is
It's not.
they overutilize Batman as a whole.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Batman really
this, Batman
DC
that.
really needs to step away from Batman. Every single time you get a Batman character in something, it's like a
Well,
disease. It's like a
I'll-
flu. Every time
I'll be
it
honest,
infects itself.
even with my like hypothetical DC, I kind of fall into that because as compared, there's 36 total movies I had planned.
That's a lot of
5 of-
movies.
that's
A lot of movies.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to fall into the Marvel thing of it's like, oh, the 36 movie saga has completed. Now I'm going to continue doing more. I'm not going to do that. I have everything as definitive. Like, I end it with the Apocalypse War, and Flashpoint's not there to save everybody. So we're like, Flashpoint already happened.
Yeah. Good, because Flashpoint's
But-
a little overused too.
Yeah, that's another
will
thing.
do- I
Kind
will-
of sucks.
I
Story.
do Flashpoint. The second Flash movie that I planned was Flashpoint, and it was basically.
I do like
one-to-one.
Flashpoint. I do like Thomas Wayne's Batman just because I just like.
I like that.
his
They
design
they could make a story about that, just that alone.
Yeah,
but I think
So-
But the
Flashpoint
movie,
story
I
sucks.
honestly was
It's
kind
a-
of
it's a-
like it was underwhelming.
It's a time
to me.
reset ending. It's a time reset ending. That's all it is. Like,
Yeah,
it
and
sucks.
they just do that. That's why I don't like the New
Hey.
52 movies. I don't know
Wait.
what you exactly call them, but
The
I
DC
despise
animated
those
movie
movies.
universe.
So
Okay, I despise those films.
Same here. Thank you. I
They're
hate them.
objectively bad, but I will always.
I think
kinda
I
have a
only
soft
like
spot for
2
them.
or 3 of them.
Wait,
Actually-
the animated film started getting bad because I remember everyone used to say they were really good, and I remember watching
They
them.
all-
like,
they all-
yeah.
It's because it was during the
Justice
time
League
where, like,
War
DC
jump started
fans
a new
wanted to
DC
win.
animated universe.
Oh,
and they
that's
were
the one-
just-
Yeah.
That's like the New 52 animated
Bad.
one, right?
Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the one. It's the one. It's the one where everyone everyone looks the same and all the designs are bland.
They're so bland.
just-
Yes, thank you.
That's the one where the whole Justice League forms in the movie, just fighting Darkseid for like one area, right?
Yeah.
Also something else I noticed this in like the DC animated universe, whatever we're gonna call them, and it's something in every Batman focused one of them, which is like more than half of them. Let's be real. One thing I always hated was that they always make Nightwing a bitch. They always make Nightwing a bitch. Like, I remember watching Court of Owls, and I remember reading the comic. And in the comic, he's the actual one being recruited by the Court of Owls. First of all, and secondly, like, he was fucking badass in the comics. He took down at least half those motherfuckers by himself. In the movies, he gets his ass kicked.
I don't
know
know.
what
I
happens?
haven't seen the
You know what
Court
happens?
of Owls movie, so I can't really.
Tom King
movie?
came. I swear this is a domino effect. Tom King wrote Nightwing as a himbo. Never
Tom
recovered.
King.
Oh,
As the
Tom Rainbow.
Grayson arc, he turned him into himbo. That wasn't it. He's like, okay. Some people will go the opposite direction and say like he should never be sexualized because he doesn't actually like it. He doesn't, but here it's like he's one of those people that he gets sexualized. He doesn't know he's getting sexualized. Like he's like having a scene where he's
he's
working
not
out.
aware of it.
Yeah, he's having a scene where he's getting worked. He's working out, and like the fucking whole thing's just like fucking like cheesecake. He doesn't even know he's cheesecake.
To be fair, he has said
it's
before, like,
not,
Like, I remember
That's
there
not-
was one scene where, like, he got his ass smacked, and he's like, you know, you just violated my personal space. Like, you can tell he's not big on that. Like, if he knew, he would not be okay with it.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
not-
not.
He'd
yeah,
probably
consider-
change his costume if he
considering-
realized
handled
that.
the same way that, like,
considering
Which
Peter
character?
Parker is.
Nightwing, most writers these days they treat him like he's like super into it and stuff like that. He's not supposed to be that way. He's not supposed to be
yeah,
aware
he's
of it.
very
Oh,
he's
yeah,
always
yeah.
he's
He's
not
always
aware of
like
it.
Self-conscious.
literally
Let's be honest.
literally his entire literally there's an entire arc in the original comics where he's just where Starfire is like, I have to marry somebody else, but that means I can still fool around with the people, and that's fine. He's like, I'm not comfortable with that. He's pretty conservative on that issue. He's like,
Yeah,
I
it's
am
like,
not comfortable with that. Like
Freaking
at
loved
all.
it.
Open
Grayson.
relationship.
But
At least-
let's be honest, though. If any of the Robins was going to be, like, knowingly sexualized and okay with it, it would be Jason.
It
yeah.
would be Jason.
Yeah.
You
Would
man
absolutely.
whore.
Jason's
And I love
Jason's
Jason to death.
anti-dick. Jason's anti-dick.
Yeah.
He's-
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they
Like-
recently make him gay or something?
Isn't everybody
No.
gay now?
I
Jason-
thought they made one of the
Jason-
Robins
Jason-
recently.
No.
Jason
Still
Todd.
Artemis.
It was either
there
Jason
was a
Todd or
lot
one
of-
of the. Oh no, it was Tim. I think it was the
Tim. Definitely.
It was
had
Tim.
that.
Yeah,
I
it was
think-
Tim. Not
People have
Jason.
been begging for that
they
for
made him
years. People have been
bisexual.
gagging for it for years. People have
Yeah.
had this like slow. It's gonna happen eventually. It's gonna happen soon. It's gonna be Robin and Superboy.
They better
or
not.
it's gonna
Even
have
the
Jean
fucking shouldn't be
Grey.
Robin still. Why is he a fucking kid still?
It's gonna be Jean Grey.
But
saying,
DC doesn't know how to age up the characters.
No, they
It's gonna
don't.
be Raven
I hate this
instead.
Hey,
about them.
the current GTN's roster is still
Can you
messed
turn
up.
up your mic or something? Could barely hear you.
Is
testing,
because
testing, 1, 2, 3.
Damien's still a kid, right?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
people actually want that too. That's something weird. It's like you realize he's like 13 and she's like 18 in the comics. Or I don't even
Wait,
know.
you talking about
Sometimes-
Supergirl?
No, I'm talking about
Damien?
because of the cartoons, because people like actually generally want Damien and Rob and Raven now. I'm like, Damien's
Nah,
like
Whoa,
13.
Raven's like.
She's an adult in the
no,
comics.
Raven's an
I
adult.
think. I mean, in the show in the animated thing, I think she's like 14.
It worked within context.
Yeah, no, I'll give that. Even though I just think I just don't like any of the characters in those movies, so that's my problem. But
that's my thing
people
about
people went to the comic and like, just really have you looked at what's going on in the continuity in the current right now?
That's so. What my kind of opinion is on like the DC AMU, the animated movie universe. It is its own thing. Do not take that to be, oh, this is what should happen in the comics. And for that matter, don't do that for any other adaptation. The comics,
Yeah,
are the
unless they
comics.
directly
Don't
say
let them
it's in
be-
the comic universe, just
Exactly.
assume it's not.
Don't let it be influenced by anything else. I do not want to see the DC animated movie universe impacting comics. I don't want to see the fucking MCU impacting the Marvel comics, but it's too,
Well, that's
too late for
been
that.
happening. I mean, look at Star Lord.
Here's the
Oh my
weird.
God,
Here's the
don't
weird.
He is nothing like how he was in the original
Don't
comics.
talk about it.
Here's the weird thing about it. The only quote unquote modern relationship in the DC comics that I kind of liked they teased was Damien and Kara.
I'm about to say that was the one I thought you were talking about. That one I've seen,
I was like,
and I was like, they seem kind of that actually could work.
Yeah,
Damien
like I remember
They have
there
some
was a
cute
brief.
moments where it's like I could see that.
I
Yeah,
think
like,
he
they were,
just,
like-
okay. I think he's into older blonde chicks because he was also into Stephanie Brown at one point too.
Yeah, I know that too.
He wasn't.
Like when there was like this I think it was like a Halloween special, and they were like, and then Dick was like, "Did you go out with Supergirl?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You like her?" No, like, "No, I don't. I was just working with her." I thought it was kind of cute. I liked it. You could go somewhere with that because they're both.
I love to love
everybody.
I just remember there's like a comic panel where Damien is upset, and then she's like flying him back, and he's just like, don't say anything. She's like really wanting to tease him about
I'm pretty
it.
sure I've
She's like, "Don't
seen.
say anything."
I'm pretty sure I've seen similar things happen with like Batman and Superman. At least like
Yeah.
Like, have you guys seen the thing where like
that's like the one that everybody does whenever it's like a Batman Superman family thing.
like
getting
it's
carried like that.
flying like
So,
horizontal and
yeah,
Batman's just kind of sitting on his back looking grumpy?
Yeah, it's
It doesn't,
like
actually, that's happened with everybody Batman, really, because like there's one with Flash where it's like Wally's like, "Sorry, I have to carry this way through the Speed Force or whatever."
And Batman's like, "Put me down."
No. Here's the thing, though. You know the best. You know the best.
Me.
You know the best one.
1, 2, 3.
The original. You know the original. Here, what was that?
Sorry.
No, I was saying I was listening to.
Oh yeah, well, in the original DC, the actual good DC animated universe,
The
they
DCAU,
actually do.
yeah.
The Timverse. That's what I'm gonna call it for convenience. The Timverse.
Yeah,
Timverse.
But one of the things I liked about it is like Batman did do that periodically where he was like, I love that Batman because he's like well aware that he is
out of his league.
He is out of his league. I remember
that one episode of Justice League Unlimited where he got the Batplane destroyed and he was just kind of
yeah, and he
down.
said,
Like,
guys,
can
somebody pick me up? I can't fly.
With a straight face, yeah, with a straight face falling, he's like, I cannot fly. And then like 2 seconds later, he's still quiet. He's like, any minute now. And so he just catches him.
And then I think it was Wonder Woman, and he was like, I can't fly.
It was cool, man, because Wonder Woman was still fighting the little nano droid.
Oh yeah, that was when
she had Adam between her breasts, and as they were getting closer to the
he shrunk down.
He became the luckiest man in the world.
Man.
Like, I gotta put
One thing I love
right
about
here.
that Batman. One thing I love about that Batman was how he always considered himself part-time to Justice League.
Yeah.
And in Unlimited, after the Watchtower
to
accidentally like nuked the city, they were like, "Yeah, I was about to do that." I was like,
turn
"They
yourself
said,
in. I don't have to do shit. I'm part time."
And he was like, "We." He was like, "I never heard such a word before in my life. We." You guys think I was
like,
guilty.
I mean, like,
that was the most base thing I've ever seen.
He said, we ain't no roller coaster, nigga. Hold on a bit.
we Nintendo Wii, like what are you talking about? Like
I'll be honest,
I was
so
crying when he said that.
the
We
only
ain't-
That's
time-
a real thing. That man really
we
said,
ain't
"Nah,
no
fuck
country-
y'all."
We ain't no country I ever heard of. They speak English and we.
What is this we you
So
speak of?
this is completely out of context, but the only reason I would actually be okay with like Batman being turned into black, it was just so he could just drop the N-bomb.
That's the only reason
That's the
to
only
turn
good
any
reason.
Like
character black.
I would you could see him drop. You just see him drop into a middle, like you know how he does that whole drop thing into the middle of a bunch of criminals like his nigga.
I'm going to say
Joker,
the N word.
choking
Joker.
himself, laughing. He's just like,
I mean,
No,
you know,
no, no,
it's-
no,
you know,
no,
it's-
break out of
Not
Arkham
this.
again and he
Not
just
like
snatches
it's like
up.
it's like it's. He said, Joker says, "I'm going to say the N word," and he's like, and he crashes down and like, "You can't say the N word."
And Joker's like, yes, I can.
I don't know. All I know is
And I will.
I was like, of course I can, Batman. I'm a gamer.
Samuel L. Jackson as Batman.
okay. I'll say if they
That
got
would be
listeners-
hilarious, but it would
I
be
don't
so
know.
No,
They
no,
got
no,
Leslie-
no.
Speaking-
What you gotta do?
Speaking of motherfuckers.
Oh,
Nah, I'm
Chris
not
Chan.
gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not
the
gonna do
Chris
that.
Chan thing.
How did I know
Oh my
Chris
Let's not
god.
please.
man,
Dude,
that's
so
Please.
I'm just sitting here today.
Please.
That is
I'm
the
sitting here
darkest
today,
ending we could have come up with for the Chris
Resident
Chan
Evil.
story.
Seriously.
Ending.
I'm
That's
streaming
not- I'm
Resident
not doubting
Evil,
they can get worse.
Nothing to do with the internet, and all of a sudden, my friend just
Yep.
posts in the chat, and I stream on PS4, so like the chat is visible on the stream, and all 5 of my viewers were able to just see, hey, did you hear about the Chris Chan thing? And I just wanted to die inside. It's like, why?
I went
why
on
could
Twitter and I
not
saw
delete it?
Omegon comment about that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I scrolled a little bit further, and it's like 15 like posts about it. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, this actually happened. This isn't a shit post.
I was at the
and I was
gym
like,
when
"This is
saw that.
Dude,
right."
like,
And then the audio clip surfaces.
Like,
and
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no,
"God."
no. So learning that there was not only an audio clip but video.
No.
There's video apparently.
There is video.
No.
And
There's
what's that
video
I
of
guy's?
him
don't
getting
need
arrested.
that.
What's that? The Twitter account
Oh,
on
I got arrested.
Pose
That's
something.
good. That's good.
He
Got
got
arrested.
tased. Okay, so
Sorry
the
about that.
video Poe deleted
Okay,
it.
so
I
the video
think,
of
when he
him
was
running
from the
naked
police.
that got tased, that
No
Poe
way.
posted, that was real.
Yeah, that I don't know if it's real,
That
but I
was-
saw it.
Sick.
No
Yeah,
way.
I saw
I
it.
saw it as well.
No way.
Yeah, he got tased. He fucking
Yeah.
face planted. He was butt ass naked too. I was like, what the
No
fuck is
way.
this?
So here's like for those of you, for the like people who have been under a rock, Chris
No
Chan,
way.
who was
I don't
let's be real
blame you
here.
for not
He
knowing
was
who Chris
the,
Chan is.
he was the original lolcow. Every single you know how the
I don't
like,
even know what a
Dankula
lolcow is.
Dankula put
Someone
it the
people
best
make
way.
fun of online for
They
the
can
dumb
put it
shit
the
they
be-
do.
Dankula put it the best way. He was the first one to lay down the foundation of modern internet trolling.
He really,
really
was.
was.
That's the scary
He
part.
really was. And he pretty much said this that like it just baffles me. Like this is insane.
He might have also
This
been
is-
the first Let's Player too. I've heard.
What?
No, it wasn't. I'm pretty sure the first. It wasn't the very first Let's Player, but I know like the person who got Let's Play really popular was the Rad Brad. Like he was kind of like the pioneer of it. The first Let's Play, I can't remember what it was, but it was like a game from the 70s. I remember.
I guess I got that bit wrong.
But like, here's the odd part. So for those of you who don't know, I don't know how much I can say on YouTube. But apparently Chris Chan, the original lolcow, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the guy who made the Sonic Pikachu,
Sonic Shoe.
Sonic.
yeah, Sonic,
Yeah,
Sonic,
the curse of
yeah,
Sonic Shoe.
the curse of Sonic Shoe. Very known for being autistic, known for being in numerous controversies, being trolled, all that shit. Like there's literally
There's lore.
There's
It's like
four
look up Gina
hours
Samuel's
worth of
documentary. It's
on
long
it.
as
Right.
shit.
Like to think a
Yeah,
man
it's
has
on
that
my-
much
on
lore
my
is
YouTube.
insane.
Yeah,
A
it's on
living
YouTube.
man.
That thing is like 50 parts now or more.
Yeah,
I think
and
it's
I'm like,
Yeah,
I
like,
just had never watched any of it.
58,
but
I
yeah.
think.
I watched like the
not
first
touching
like
it. I
30
don't
parts
wanna
of it, and it
I
got
mean, I know the deal with him. And,
after the Liquid
it's-
Chris saga, it got kind of boring.
or
I
she.
stopped
I'm
watching.
sorry. I'm sorry, people
let's
care about
okay,
that. She.
cutting the shit to the chase. Essentially, Chris Chan has recently been arrested because his mother had Alzheimer's,
Dementia.
and let's just say,
Yeah, dementia. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Dementia, yeah.
This is pretty much
Sorry,
it.
my bad.
Close enough.
Close enough.
But he took advantage. He took advantage of her.
He raped her.
Multiple times, according to
In
the
the-
audio
yeah.
recording
Yeah.
that I listened to
Yeah.
on a stream.
Like I don't know.
Why
I don't know
would you
how. I
listen
don't know
to
how
it?
I can.
Why would you put?
I don't
yourself
even
through
know
that?
how I
couldn't
can
do it.
like.
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, he
That's
raped her. He raped his mom
Yeah.
numerous times, apparently.
Yeah, according to the
Um,
audio clip, multiple times. Like it wasn't just a one-time thing, unfortunately.
And yeah, he forced himself onto
Why would
her.
you do that?
Like,
He
This-
has
like-
issues.
like he's
Yeah, I remember
always
he had the
had
whole
issues.
"I need a boyfriend-free girl" thing, and it's like,
And he never saw help.
no. And
Yeah,
I mean,
and
in
all
a
these
fucked up
years.
way, he found one. It's just,
No,
That's
no,
what
no,
so,
no,
listen,
no,
as
no.
it's
society,
just
we
not
just-
the way you would hope.
Yeah,
I
and
don't-
like here's the thing, like
Oh my
it
God.
happened yesterday. I had a
Well,
really
let's rephrase it. He got arrested yesterday.
yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm
he
saying.
came
Like,
out.
It all came out
I'm going over. I'm
yesterday,
going over how like I found out right now.
Okay.
It happened yesterday. Remember I told everybody I had a really shitty day. I'm tired. I'm coming
Yeah.
home. I literally just stripped my pants off. I got a bunch of junk food.
Like
I'm
you
ready
do.
to just pig out and maybe watch some I don't know, some Wander Over Yonder or something, because I've been rewatching it and it's fucking amazing. I forgot how much I love that show. And I just see, I'm just scrolling through Twitter, seeing what's going on, and of course, Pointman tags me.
Oh, you got tagged in
Always.
it.
Fucking
shit.
point.
He always.
You got
he
fucking
goes on
tagged
point.
in it.
I remember
He
seeing
never
that
misses a beat.
interaction
Yeah.
yesterday, and I'm like, I remember thinking, it's like, why? Why would you do this to him? Because
Yeah, don't tag people in it.
Because Slim is one of the few people that I actually have notifications on for, and so I just see, it's like, wow, I had a horrible day. I'm gonna grab some junk food. I'm like, okay, good for him. He enjoyed. He deserves that. And then the next thing I see is like Point tagging him in something, and I'm like, he better not have. And he
Yeah,
did.
of course he did.
I found the
Pointman.
perfect. I found the perfect screenshot of Drax, putting his arm around Black
Star-Lord
Panther.
T'Challa.
T'Challa
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
the what
and
if
it's basically
theory.
like,
What if?
I
Yeah.
was like, this reminds me of all the times I tagged Slim into this cringe stuff, like that Super Girlfriend Squad, tons of other stuff. I think having Mark Grayson want to be with Anissa from Invincible instead of Amber tweet.
Well,
Oh god.
A few
The
others.
Nissa
The irony
stands.
being is Anissa is less toxic.
Yeah, it's like, you can try this the easy way. You can try this the easy way or the hard
Oh,
way.
wow.
Don't do
Mark.
the voice.
The choice is
Don't do the
yours.
voice. Fuck
The
me.
choice is yours.
Mark
Choice
chose
is
the hard way.
yours.
And Mark chose the hard way.
Oh,
The part that makes me laugh with the Booty Warrior thing is how when he's telling Tom this is like one guy in the back, I was like, I like you, he like you,
he has
wants
a
you, he wants you.
like Floyd Johnson. He has a hype man.
He has
He
a
has a
fucking
hype
hype man
man.
in that episode for some reason.
Oh, he likes you, and I
He wants-
want you. And he
What
wants
you want, Tom?
Uh,
That's the part that killed me.
Alright.
What you want, Tom?
I
He
lo-
talking to
I
you,
also-
Tom?
On a more positive note, speaking of like adult animation, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are trying to buy Queso Bonita. That's an actual restaurant. That's an actual restaurant.
Oh
in
my God.
Colorado.
yeah, no, I had to get explain that like recently. I was like, no, there's like people were like we were talking about like things we could go to, and like they were like, I'm going to Casamania. I was like, haha. You know, I was like, oh wait, that's real.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's apparently like
I
a
didn't
real
even know
restaurant.
that that it was
Every
a real
local
restaurant.
every local I talked to was like, nah, it's not that great.
Yeah, he said like it's very they said it's very much like a big thing from their childhood because they both grew up in Colorado.
Yeah.
And like they said they remember like always loving it, and I think it's like a nostalgic rose tinted glasses kind of thing they did,
Like Chuck E.
or the
Cheese.
yeah, but like here's the thing, like they admitted they admitted in the interview when they were talking about this, they said the first thing we're gonna do is because they just admitted the food sucked. When we went there, we were
That's what I heard.
we're gonna make the food good. Don't get me wrong, we're gonna make the food good. We got a good menu. We're gonna make the cave ride bigger. We're gonna actually make it an enjoyable experience. And you can't help but love these two guys because they're so genuine. Like they're one of the few genuine celebrities or writers or whatever you want to call them like working in entertainment right now, and they're one of the few genuine people. Like not even like they're upfront about everything. Even when you disagree with them, they're upfront about it, and you gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. And I'm happy they still are.
Yes, sir. I was looking at the comments. Anissa versus Carol Danvers.
Yeah, sorry, I glitched out.
I don't know if that's like a fight fight because
I don't know. I have no context for that.
Her, Viltrumite would beat the shit out of Carol Danvers.
Yeah, no question. Because they're like,
I can't really speak on this issue because I actually haven't read or watched Invincible.
You don't need to watch them. Just take my word for it that Viltrumites as a species are high tier if they're in the Marvel universe. They would smoke a lot of people if they're in the Marvel universe.
Like just from what I know, just in general, like there's not a lot of people that they wouldn't just absolutely body.
They would body a lot. That's why Viltrumites in general are just scary.
They are like supposed to be like XPs of Kryptonians. So what do you expect?
Even though they come off more like Saiyans, in my opinion.
No, they definitely are. The way they're like talking
about.
Don't
get me wrong, they're Saiyans too, but like there's
but the original intent was definitely Kryptonian.
Yeah, there's definitely that.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that could actually probably hurt them. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You're a little low.
You gotta punch them real hard.
No, it's not that. Is teleportation technology.
So, honestly, that could work.
Imagine using. Well, here's a way of using it, and this has happened in this one series called Irredeemable, where I know a lot of people probably hate Mark Waid, but anyway, he actually came up with a different way to deal with an invincible foe, like this guy called Plutonian. Basically, he's Superman, but with radioactive powers, and the kind of the mentality of like a teenager or kind of like Spider-Man, you know, like he can't stop saving people because he can hear everyone on the planet simultaneously.
Dang.
It drives him insane. Anyway, so this guy, this Blue Beetle type character, made a deal with aliens and gave him teleportation technology that they use as a weapon against him. Like they can literally cut him with teleportation portals. So with Viltrumites, you can do the same. But
so what? He just like teleports the cells of his body out?
Yeah, like that. Like,
that's interesting.
He can't punch.
I have seen that in another superhero-esque novel where these guys were fighting this immortal dude who had the ability to adapt. And it got to the point where in the books, it's like an actual books. The
Captain
novels,
Bacon could kill him.
He gotten too strong. Like there's one character who had pyrokinesis, even though that was just a simplified idea of what he could do. He like self-destructed himself on the back of this immortal dude, and everyone thought he died, but he accidentally sent the immortal dude back in time by only like a decade or so. And
he sent him back in time?
Yeah, so it's a weird thing. And some of those characters remembered and like, okay, something's weird with the timeline. One of the characters who's a human who has no powers even sees like this lady who's all of a sudden like a good guy now, even though she killed his entire family, baby brother included.
Damn.
But he was kind of upset about that. And it got to the point that Booker was like, all right, we drew everything at him already. we need something else to feed him. Like we crushed him with a meteorite. They teleported a meteorite on top of the dude, and he was still alive. And it's like we gotta do something.
You gotta
before he
teleport him
gets
into a
out.
black hole.
They teleport him on like freaking Pluto.
Black hole. You
here's
are not
They
escaping a
couldn't
black
beat him,
hole.
so they just got rid of him.
Yeah, like here, like if you want to know, like Vitramites, they can be outbeaten. Like there are characters in Invincible that can't beat them, like Alan the Alien.
Yeah. Battle
can
Cat.
beat him. Yeah, Battle Cat. Immortal came close.
He did.
I saw
Well,
someone did
kind of.
an-
Immortal's he lame though. I don't like him in the
yeah, he is
comics.
kind of. I mean, like you think like Abraham Lincoln as a superhero would be more awesome, but he's kind of a
Yeah.
dick. He's just kind of a dick.
He's a big dick. He's a douche.
Abe
a
Lincoln as
coward.
a superhero.
Yep.
Well,
that is
That's
Immortal. I
actually
swear to God.
accurate. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
actually
like
kind of cool.
He was like he was other people too. Like he was King Arthur, right?
Yeah, he was King
I
Arthur
think
too, I believe.
so.
oh
Like,
no,
I
that's
think like the
cool.
point. I think like the
He
point
lived
was
that
like
long.
he was like every great leader in history or some shit like that.
That's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. To have
Yeah,
a mortal
but in
character
the
that's
comics,
like all these
he-
mythological characters.
Yeah, but in the comics he retires really early on and he just acts lame and cowardice a lot of the time. Like, shut up,
well,
Immortal. You
like
suck.
more.
What a
He was
dick.
more brave than Mark was because he left Earth because of spoiler.
Oh, spoilers.
And I don't want to say it on live, so I'm just gonna say this character
Thanks.
called Griffith, right, did this horrible thing, and Mark is like, you know what? I just got to, spoiler. I'm gonna leave Earth,
I will
Immortal
excuse
says,
Mark's
like,
actions for that though. I will excuse his actions because like
It's like
what happened with that situation, it's like got to the point where there was nothing Mark could do about it. And it got to the point so bad where it's like, well, there's nothing to fight for anymore since this guy has it so-called covered. And Mark's like, he
Yeah.
already targeted us once. I don't feel safe even if he promises that he won't hurt us. So I let that slide compared
Yeah.
to
Yeah, like that's
But he was
Immortal
still
who
evil. I'm
allowed
like,
it. Like
I don't
Immortal
care how
let
much
all that
good
went
he
down.
did, he was still evil for everything.
He was, and that's what I like about the book is like that. It's like Mark even knew like some of the heroes accepted it, it's like all right, but he is kind of doing good things though. And Mark was like,
he
nah.
literally ripped
Mark said
people
nope,
apart.
and I can't do anything about it because he might do something to someone else.
He-
So I'm just gonna leave. And I
He
was like,
literally
okay.
was holding someone's heart in their hand and watched him die.
I
I'm
honestly
like,
can't wait till they
that's
adapt that.
horrible.
People are not gonna be ready for that.
yeah, no, it's the Griffith of the Invincible
Yeah,
series.
it really is.
yeah, and then like I think I know what you're talking about. And I'm just
Mhm.
like, well, the minute he comes back and he's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're like, what the fuck did I miss? Oh, and the worst part is, they still think that spoiler is worth keeping alive, and they don't actually kill him. They actually keep him as an advisor. I'm like, okay, no.
Yeah, I'm like,
No.
That meme where
I
you know
really
that
need to
meme
just
was
start
like-
reading this so I can
Yeah,
Yeah,
back to it. I'm like 30
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me
It's
wrong.
fun.
It's really
Fun
good.
read.
It's
Fun book.
Robert Kirkman.
book. Yeah.
It's Robert Kirkman.
One of his best.
Robert Kirkman made two really, really, really good iconic books: The Walking Dead and Invincible,
Yeah.
and they both deserve the praise.
Yeah.
Because
the
he's
few
a
that era that
fantastic
made, like,
writer.
One of the few that era that like actually made to like 100+ issues.
That's
You know how
true.
rare it is these days? I hate that. I hate how like they'll just restart from the dime now. Like Uncanny X-Men
Some-
already
some-
restarted again.
Yeah, like some of these books nowadays don't go past issue 15.
Man, it's
Back to number
like-
1.
Like,
The only comics I think are still going, from that are still in the same continuity, still going, I think are Spawn, Savage
Judge Dredd,
Dragon.
too.
Gold Digger.
What
Savage
else?
Dragon is
I think
Gold
Judge
Digger
Dredd
is
does
immortal.
because Judge Dredd is like aging in real time.
What?
Oh,
Who buys
okay.
Gold Digger? I
Family.
see it all the time, like at like dollar, like 25-cent bins all the time. Just like I don't even know what
and-
Gold Digger is.
Empower.
I've never heard of that one.
Gold.
Gold Digger is a series by Fred Perry, and here's the thing: Fred Perry nowadays I think is more well known for his other work.
Porn, yeah.
Is it furry?
Naked ladies.
Yeah, it's for it's
Because I got that
porn.
impression.
There's a lot there, dude. He makes he makes
wow.
he makes a lot of porn. I mean,
So
a
much
lot
Good
of
for
porn.
him. Good for him.
Like-
Good for him.
Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he's making money off of it. But he makes so much porn, so much fucking
Hey,
porn.
listen,
It's ridiculous.
here's the thing about
I mean,
that.
with there's a demand, someone's got to beat the demand.
You know what's weird to
remember-
me right now? VG Cats
What's
like
up?
they do porn now. Like, remember that like webcomic? Am
I
I like
remember
what?
VG porn.
VG Cats? VG Cats.
I remember VG Cats.
I don't know anything about that.
That's
don't
like
know.
it was like
It
a
was-
video game parody comic for a long time, but apparently they're doing like porn now. It's like it's so weird to me. Because I just remember them
Like,
being
here's-
like,
Sometimes it just happens.
Here's the thing I'm gonna say to you. Back in the mid to late 2000s, there was a thing called the webcomics, and during that era of webcomics, you basically can only make webcomics about two things: either Dungeons and Dragons
Or video
or
games.
fucking video games. That was it.
True.
I'm not kidding. I am
Yeah.
not exaggerating. The only ones that stood out during that time was
Did
sequential
Silent
art.
Happiness start around that time, or is that later?
That
That one's not
a
really
little
video
like
later.
the
games.
arcade was around that era too.
Yeah.
Sequential art was one of my favorites. That was still going actually.
Oh really?
I love Jelly Jack's art. He's one of my inspirations. And then there's probably I think the oldest running webcomic to date right now might be Sinfest, which started in 1999.
Oh my god! Had
That's
to bring it
old.
there.
And the sad part is nobody's watching it, and I'm not gonna go any further into it because every time I talk about Sinfest, I get unbelievably depressed. I like insurmountably depressed, and I don't want to talk about it.
Is
Just
it
I
because
don't
it's
blame
sad, or
you
is it
based
because
off of
people
what I
don't
know
pay
about
attention to it?
okay. Here's the thing.
It
I'm
just
gonna
got
give you. I'm
bad.
gonna give you
You don't
I-
need to
no,
go any further
no.
than that. It just got super toxic.
this, dude. Let me put it this way.
Toxic's a good word.
For,
Yes.
for a long, I've said this before, but for a long time, I stopped drawing. Sinfest comics were so good to me, it actually inspired me to start drawing again. I loved it. I read every comic. I read it as much as I could. They were funny. They were clever. I loved the art style of the characters. And then around, I'd say 2012-ish, that's when it started going downhill. And it went so downhill that it never really recovered. And
Damn.
now I look at I think if you look at analytics for it, literally no one's watching. It used to be one of the most viewed web comics out there and one of the longest running, and now literally nobody watches it.
Yeah.
Can you explain
read
what
it.
happened?
That's a
Like,
damn shame. Yeah.
like,
What
how-
happened?
like, how did it go bad?
Wait,
He went full male
Because-
feminist.
he went dude,
More than that.
he went
It's more than
straight
that.
let me tell you something. You know how the modern political landscape of shoving politics down everybody's
Oh, he
throat,
did that shit.
antagonizing fans, calling them out. He did that way before that was popular.
Ah, hell.
I would even go so
Jesus.
far as to say he did that worse than I've ever seen.
Yeah, he
Wow.
really,
Like,
there was literal comics of him
And this is coming from
literally
somebody who had
insulting
no
his
idea
readers.
what it was.
Like,
His readers.
Yeah.
because
like
he literally.
Oh, he pulled a "I'm not Starfire." crap.
Okay, so imagine
Or
no.
self-insert.
It was worse. It was worse.
It
Imagine
was worse.
if
It was
Marvel
way worse.
released and I mean, of course, Marvel's getting close to this anyway, but Marvel released a comic, say Captain America comic, and the entire comic was just Captain America calling out everybody who enjoyed what his comics used to be and saying you're all horrible people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
that's
it's like modern Jason Aaron Wade did She-Hulk that one time. The She-Hulk comic he's
We don't talk
where
about
he
modern
says,
She-Hulk.
yeah, I know, and I'm the one.
Insane.
Don't
The
talk to
only
me. Don't talk
She-Hulk
to
that
me
I
about.
acknowledge right
Don't
now
talk
is
to me about
Image.
that law. I was there when it was written. You bastard.
Wait, is that the one that you redid the dialogue for or something?
Yeah, I said like, well, that was the other one that tried to make it like a revenge feminist fantasy, and I just wanted to fix that. Anyway, but the point is, trying to make is he like what he did was like such a here's like there was a definitive point for this too, because there was like these characters in Sinfest called the Sisterhood. Now these were a bunch of like girls who were like Matrix clones, trying to say, oh well, you need to see the truth, and it was basically feminism, straight male white gays, yada yada yada, and forcing social justice onto people and stuff like that, and everyone hated it. Even people who were feminists hated it. But here's the
That's
thing:
bad.
they weren't. But here's the
That's a
thing:
lot.
he was known
Yeah.
for doing political satire. That wasn't the problem. It was that these characters were so unlikable, but they still tried. But he still did everything in their power to make them the good guys, and still did everything in their power. It did everything in
Sounds
their
like
power
modern
to
day
take them
fluff.
seriously.
Yep.
It was so fucking bad. It was so fucking cringe. So many people left it. He pretty much got rid of all the old characters. He made one of the main characters was Monique, and the joke about Monique was she was kind of an honest slut. That's basically what it. That was the joke. She was kind of an honest slut. That was her. That was a big part of the character. But then she was like, "Well, now I'm a feminist now," and he completely changed her character.
Oh,
Completely
that's
changed her
shit.
character. Slick, Slick used to I don't blame anyone who's watching this. If anyone said I recently got into Sinfest, and I'm like, okay, have you seen Slick yet? And they'll be like, who's Slick? Slick used to be the main character of the comic.
Damn.
He is not
He replaced
the
MC?
When the main character gets replaced.
Not
Pain.
even that his main character gets the place. He become like they just throw him to the side.
Joker, you really
And,
didn't miss
like-
too much. It's just random conversation today.
And then
No real clear subject.
and like I said, it hurts because I really love this comic. I really like it. Got me into drawing again, and then I just saw like this disappointing destruction, and like hell, like how I said like even Valor's hair is more or less inspired by Slick's. I was trying to
What
be
was the
draw
what?
Is Slick?
What's
Okay, I
the
just looked it
general
up, too.
synopsis of this thing? Because I have no
Does he
idea.
have blonde hair and black shades?
yeah, that's Slick.
All right, the art is nice actually.
I'll just say outsider looking
He
in.
worked for Dark Horse.
It's adorable actually. It's adorable. Like this is something I've seen in a Scholastic book or something.
Yeah, but like
yeah,
here's
the
the
art's
funny
actually
part.
good.
Like
I'd say
that,
even the later stuff's actually still good. But
Yeah,
I'll
he's
just say
good
outsider
art.
looking
what is
in.
like the general like genre or like?
I just want to say real
here's
quick.
like,
Can I say one thing real
go
quick?
ahead, wait.
Outsider looking in, like the main thing was like he became like a political comic, and like he like got the volume down to like the most like specific niche audience possible. Like he was like anti-trans, so like he can't like get along with the new feminists. So, and then like he started doing some things where he was like going against the old feminists too, about them not going hard enough on certain things. So like he got down to like the most like niche of niche, but like as
Yeah.
Slim said, they were like he was already used to like being the like odd guy out, like being like against the grain with whatever he was saying.
It wasn't even.
So was the comic always like political stuff?
It was. It was always. It was always socio-political
Sin.
commentary, and the entire point. And it's called Sinfest because it's basically like a festival of sin, and it's about like characters who are like, I guess you could say the best way to describe it is, it's characters dealing in a weird world full of sinful activity and behavior as they try to get better. Well, not at first. At first, they're just kind of like dicking around doing whatever. That's very early on. They just have random adventures essentially. But then later on, the comic actually picks up steam, and it's more like these are people who are aware of like of the sin and like how they can become better people, and they struggle to do so, in this little world. And I think that's when like it peaked. Like, and that was like in 2005, 2006. It wasn't until like after Fuchsia, a devil girl falls in love with Trinity in 2009, 2010.
So
That
so
in
there's like demons and stuff in this, or is it like
yeah, there's demons, angels, Buddha, a dragon that represents the Shinto religion and Eastern philosophy. There's the devil, and he's kind of like cartoony and like like I would say like snake oil salesman like esque, but like I don't know what the fuck. Like I said, I haven't read this comic in years. I don't know what the fuck's going on right
it
now
is
because they
still
changed
going
so
on?
much shit. Yeah, it's still going on, but nobody's reading it.
I just checked the pages just now. He uploads every day.
Yeah, he uploads every
Damn.
day. That's the impressive part.
That's
And I'm just-
impressive, actually. I'm not even gonna
he's-
like.
Tatsuya Ishida is very much super otaku. He is very reclusive, and he like super. There's only one picture of him on the internet.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's that. But like if you do want to check them out, check out the originals and like all the way up by 2012. You realize, man, because it's just wow. It just really was a buzzkill seeing such greatness fall. You know what I mean? A greatness
That's a
that
shame,
lifted
yeah.
you up just fall.
It really be like that sometimes. That's what I said. Don't meet your heroes.
Yeah, that was me in
Other shit
Star
like that.
Wars.
Yeah, yeah. So like this happens
us
to
with
me over and
everything.
over again. It happened to me. It happened to Star.
It's every
Like I
single
said, man.
franchise.
Now I'm
especially
depressed.
nowadays, yeah.
And
Shit,
I
now it's
need
human now.
I need more weed. Excuse me, gentlemen, while I inhale. I'm gonna speak to my ancestors real quick.
Indeed. And now for me is He-Man.
God, okay, so at this point, I look at pretty much any franchise that I have enjoyed.
Yep.
And there's a lot wrong with pretty much everything of it because it's just, and this was something I was actually talking to my mom about that I explained the whole. You enjoying that, Slim?
Yeah. I'm not
So I
gonna
was
lie
actually
to you.
talking to my
It's
mom
some
about
good.
this.
It's a good burn right here. I swear to God, it is.
Very nice.
Ooh.
You were saying though?
And so I was explaining the entire concept of gatekeeping to my mom. And
Oh shit.
so I was telling her, I'm like, we really should have gatekept just everything. Everything. Because
Yeah, we really
my
should have.
God, it has just become a dumpster fire. Every bit of entertainment, everything that we loved, just a dumpster fire. And
I don't think. I just gotta say, I don't think gatekeeping can really help that because like it's really gonna be owned by those same corporations doing dumb shit.
Yeah, like
Well, no, but
Appeasing
it's-
everybody, trying to
like, I
appease
mean-
literally everybody.
Well, no, but
yeah,
I think the
gatekeeping
argument
wouldn't
is
have
if
helped,
you
but I think it would have
gatekeep-
delayed it.
If you gatekeep the IP, the people who are like the actual toxic people, probably wouldn't want to get jobs at those companies.
Shit.
They then start
That's
injecting that
fair as
shit
well.
in there.
I'll say this though.
Like here,
The same creators never stay perfect though, I mean, even in recent times, it hasn't just been the people coming in doing random shit. We've had people come back and fuck up their own damn franchises, be it
That's
Predator,
true.
Terminator.
Probably.
It's
Here's the thing,
true.
though. That's done because they think that because that's done out of weathered talent. This stuff is
That's
happening
not
because they have
like-
no talent.
And
Like,
so one thing
there's
that
a-
I think
There's
that
a
I mean, I
I'm
kinda
gonna
do
put
is-
a
Like, as much as I dislike the Predator, I don't think it was made maliciously.
yeah.
It wasn't
Like
made
here,
malicious.
like
I mean, they thought
I
they were
think it was
they thought they were
like
having
that
fun with it,
Shane Black
but too bad it
genuinely
was dumb.
thought it was a good idea, but it's
Of
dumb.
course they did.
yeah.
They had
but like,
they had all the power with that film.
it's like comparing Ta-Nehisi Coates to
Ew.
Mark Wade. At the end of the day, Ta-Nehisi Coates garbage. Like
Ta-Nehisi's
no,
fucking
he's not.
garbage.
He's just fucking garbage. Mark Wade, he made one of the most iconic Superman stories ever made, to the point where it's literally considered the new canon by the official DC universe. Like he literally made a story so good that the original origins of Superman are now retconned officially by DC. They said, "Hey, this is the new origins remained unchanged for centuries. This isn't an Elseworld thing or anything. This is a straight up retcon, and we're willing to double down on it. That's how good the story was.
And that's kind
So-
of what I think we as fans almost got to do. And I mean, obviously not have to, but one thing that I've done, and this is just because I enjoy creating stories, is most of the storylines that I tend to enjoy, at least like the bigger ones, I've actually written up like my own versions, or not officially written up, but like I have concepts in place. Like I'm working with a friend of mine or a couple friends to do like an Avengers story that
this is gonna sound weird. I'm kind of one of those people where it's like I don't get why people like make fan stories of things. That's like just take that energy and make something original.
Oh,
That's
and I
Yeah.
definitely do
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
original
Yeah.
stuff.
With that, you know?
I'm not saying you don't. That's just
No.
something I
You
always
can do
I don't
it,
know what
yeah.
it is.
here,
You
I'm
can do
just
it
kind of
right
like,
now. I
wow,
don't
you're
get
putting
it.
a lot of energy into something that
yeah,
not
but-
really ever going to
Yeah.
be yours. You know.
You know what I'll do? I'll just
He is a
read the
big
old
bad
stuff or
blood.
whatever. I'll I don't like the new X-Men. I'm not gonna read the weird pod people one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not going to give it a time of day. Like I'm not even going to think, like, okay,
I'm-
here's how I would fix this. It's like, no, fuck it.
Yeah, I'll just
Oh,
go
no,
back
no,
and
no,
read
I'm
the
not
old
gonna
ones.
spend
I'm
energy
pretty-
on this
I'm
shit.
pretty-
Fixing is
so-
not even about fixing. It's just about like it's my own take. Like with Avengers, it's like what I call the Avengers Initiative. It's like a what if. I took kind of Justice League Unlimited as a bit of an inspiration. It's like, okay, so what if I made like an Avengers series, just like kind of in that format of like it's a series meant to kind of just embody the entire Marvel universe eventually. And
I'm just sorry. I just don't really get fan fiction that much. I just don't never really
Yeah,
got into that.
And I used to,
I
and I
mean,
say this
like-
as someone who used to do it as a kid with like my friends and stuff, and it was awful. But it was just dumb fun.
I'm
It
gonna.
was
I'm
just
gonna.
full of
I'm,
random jokes and shit. Like it wasn't done
I'm-
seriously.
I'm gonna be. I understand the appeal of fan fiction because you do like understand certain characters and you do like feel like okay, this is what I would do. Because I do get that. Like people really do love certain characters and they want a chance to write them their way and like I want to put them in. I understand that aspect of it. Like kind of like a. I'm not disrespecting you, Gumby. I'm saying more like a.
yeah,
I just wanted to. I'm just saying in
kind of
general.
thing.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
like-
mean, you can, like I said,
this
you
isn't
can,
like a
you
dig
can-
at
I'm not gonna
anybody.
judge. I'm not totally not gonna judge you or anything like that. Just like
Yeah, we're not
I just
doing
never
that at
got
all.
into
We're
it.
just saying.
yeah, I just never
This
got
ain't
into
the
it.
judgment stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, the Judgment Stream is next week.
Yeah, no, that's,
Yeah,
that's,
I
that's
don't
next
like-
Tuesday.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that. I
Next
can't wait.
week, you guys roast me for my bad opinions. I even said it like whatever I would get. Well, like when Peter's saying he doesn't like The Godfather.
I guarantee.
I say that's me every single time I have a bad take.
I'm gonna be
on the
honest.
stream
I don't
with you
even.
guys.
I've seen The Godfather once, and I don't remember it.
Never
Yeah,
seen
same
it.
here.
I've seen
I have
all
more
of them
Never seen
once
the
because
movie.
they
Like
marathoned it
here's
one
the
day,
weird
and I
part.
was just casually watching, and I don't remember any of it.
I swear, I always say this whenever somebody brings The Godfather. I say, I like Goodfellas a lot more. Goodfellas is a better movie in my opinion.
I
I haven't
yeah,
seen either one
Goodfellas
of those.
Goodfellas is awesome. Yeah.
I love Goodfellas. It's a fantastic movie. I love it. I fucking
I
love
watched
it. It's what-
Goodfellas. It was okay. I have never seen The Godfather. Any of them.
I've seen The
It's
Godfather. The Godfather's a good. Don't get me wrong. The Godfather's a good movie too. It's just that Goodfellas has more personality. and
That's
how
definitely
I
like,
see
the main character has so much charm to him. He's like narrating it, and like Godfather's a lot drier. And I also will say like, I watched it in middle school or something like that, which is probably not the time to appreciate it. So I probably should give it another go.
I just like to look how they massacre my boy meme. That's really it.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
it,
but like-
works with too much shit.
Yeah,
Especially
like
now.
It works with
Because,
everything
like-
now.
in
Yeah.
my book.
because like the thing about The Godfather is that, and this is the problem people have with it. It tries to make the mafia seem like this noble hierarchy thing.
It's really
and
not.
It's really not. And that's not like about Goodfellas. It shows, nah, man, it ain't about none of that shit. It's fucked up. I know we're fucked up people, and we're doing fucked up things, and this is how we're doing it. Like actually, Ralph Bakshi, one of my heroes. he hates them. He hates the mafia. He absolutely hates it. He hates The Godfather. He says The Godfather is one of the worst things he's ever seen because it tries to glorify the mafia, like try
So
to,
that
you know.
explains what happened in the the C word skin movie.
Yeah, like that's kind of the joke in every single one of his movies. He did in Coonskin and I think
I was like, what are you saying?
like
I don't know
it's
if we're even allowed to say the title of that movie.
we're fine, dude. Don't worry. I've said it numerous times. My avatar
his
for the
icon?
first
He's
year
black.
of doing this was my
Yeah,
avatar for the first year of doing this was
but
literally Brother Rabbit from
as
fucking
someone
Coonskin.
who has been reported on Twitter for the weirdest of stuff, like I literally got reported for explaining a joke one time. This happened recently.
I remember
so
that.
like, the
Yeah.
audacity of them basically like I don't know, doing something in regards to just mentioning the phrase of a word. I'm not even. I'm hesitant now,
Oh.
even though I've never used the N word before. I wonder. Maybe if
But
I was
like,
so sure if it was the last day of my account, I would probably do that.
All right, boys. Before I delete the account, I have one last thing to say.
Just
I make a declaration.
but like here's the thing.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah, I was saying like it was in that movie and Coonskin and Heavy Traffic where he basically makes a bunch of like fuck yous to the mafia because they apparently he's a Jewish Italian New Yorker and they fucked up his neighborhood bad and he's like I hate the Godfather because it like tries to make them glorify him and shit like that. So so anytime he takes a crack at the mafia, it's a serious crack at the mafia.
Get him. I mean, I just say I know some people don't like the Yakuza games for the same reason.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
Like,
that.
oh, you're
Oh,
going
I mean,
to
oh,
get
hey,
Uber.
Salem.
People
They're
can
in a cartoon.
differentiate
Oh,
reality from
Salem,
fiction too.
Salem's in the chat, guys. What's up, Salem?
Hey,
Salem?
what's
What's
up?
Salem?
But
Hey,
yeah,
Salem.
like Yakuza's really not serious though. Like I mean, like it is
Well,
serious.
it has
but, like,
serious
I've
moments,
seen.
but
I
like,
Yeah,
agree.
but, like,
I mean, my friend, he has been
it's
playing it. I've
goofy
been
as
watching
shit.
him play.
it's
I've been watching my roommate play it, and oh my god, just watching Kiryu do a whole little side mission of playing freaking go kart with these tiny toys.
Oh, the
And his
karaoke
pain
stuff. It's
his
just
pain
like, yeah, you can't
expression
take this
every time he
seriously.
loses, as he clutches the toy car in his chest and go, "I'll win next time." I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, it's
I
like-
heard
it's
like
the new
Yakuza
GTA.
games have actually very little to do with the actor like Yakuza.
Honestly,
Not really.
yeah, the stories are very kind of like singular to the characters and not like the Yakuza as a whole.
I just like watch some people streaming the most recent one, like a dragon, and it's like this is so fucking
Yeah,
silly, but like not in a bad way. And it's like this is
in a good way.
I don't know how anyone would like seriously think, oh, this is glorifying the Yakuza. It's like, nah,
So as I
it's so
understand
over the
it,
top and goofy at
the
points. It's like
best
no.
one
I mean, Majima as a
to
character,
get it into
like
it is Yakuza
In one of the
0.
games, Majima's actually voiced by Mark Hamill, apparently.
what
Oh,
Majima?
man.
What?
Yeah, Majima, like one of the earlier games where they got an English dub.
That's funny.
Mark
Yeah,
Hamill
I
voiced
seen
Majima, I think.
Hamill's voice
I don't know which one it was though.
mentioned.
You were saying though, Gumpy?
I can't remember who told me this. It may have been the guy that I'm gonna be rooming with, but I heard one of the best game. Like, if you have never played any of the games, one of the better games to kind of get into the series with is Yakuza 0.
That's what that's like a
Zero
That's the one I
and
played.
Kiwami are the two I'm always hearing about. Kiwami and Zero.
See, I have Kiwami, and
I have like
never
most
touched
of them because I got them in a bundle, but I haven't touched
I
any
mean,
of them yet.
But
my
I've honestly
friend, he
really
has them
wanted to get
on.
into the series.
My friend has the Xbox Game Pass, and on Xbox Game Pass they have literally all the games, every
they
single
have
one of
all
the
the
Yakuza games. I mean, they have a lot of stuff on the Game Pass. The Game
I
Pass is
really
pretty,
need
pretty
to.
tight.
So
Oh.
one of my goals
Wait. Oh,
at the very least, like next year, is to get enough money that I can grab a Series X and a
Yeah, same.
and Game Pass, because I got my hands on a PS5.
You did?
What?
That's
Wow.
been I did.
Can barely
Yeah,
find it anywhere.
Yeah, I'm talking
I
to
got
one of these
super
actual
lucky
PS5
because-
havers.
Yeah, I know.
One of my
Yeah.
coworkers was really
Wait,
trying to push
how
me
much
to
did
get
you-
PS5s.
How much
And I
did you
was
get
like,
it for?
I don't want to tell him that I have no interest in getting
So-
one of these.
The main reason I was able to get it is it was a bundle, so it wasn't just the console because the bundles will last a little bit longer. But it was also exclusive to GameStop Power Up Rewards members, which I ended up getting a subscription just so I could.
That's what one of the people in my job ended up having to do.
Oh, okay.
And so the bundle ended up being about $800 because it included
Holy
2
shit.
controllers, 3 games.
Bro, buy a PC. Buy a PC,
And-
bro.
Yeah, I just stick with my PC.
Well, so the
I-
reason
I
I
have-
was willing to do that is because I just really wanted the PS5, but also I already had a
Mhm.
game for it that was a Christmas gift.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes
So I'm
was
sense.
the
like,
game?
I'm not gonna just
Okay.
not Spider-Man Miles Morales,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
which I actually just finished that the other
Did you
night.
feel the
and that was-
swagger?
That was really good. I did. I actually had my Discord status for
You
like a week
exaggerated.
set to just
Did he-
exaggerate.
Did he finally say the N word?
Exactly, swagger
God,
the
I
black
wish he
team.
would have.
Oh
You
man,
will never-
you
Miles will
need
never-
to
Here's
repost
the
that
thing.
that Miles Morales one where you gotta, you can, where he can say the
I'm
N
I
gonna-
want to refund.
I'm
I
gonna
want to
say,
refund.
I'm
Did
gonna,
you
like
drop
me
the
and
hard R?
me and Bags both agree. Like, the problem with that is that the game Miles, he's a black kid who sounds white
Doesn't
who's
say
trying to
nigga.
sound black.
Yeah,
So if he
Miles,
tries to
video
say-
game Miles feels like the fakest black cat I've ever seen in my life.
Like,
Okay,
I will
to
say,
be fair,
it's
to
funny
be
though,
fair though,
because
I'll say
He
to be
is
fair
half.
though.
He is half
voice
black.
actor
to be
No,
fair.
yeah, as a half black myself, yes, that's a thing.
He
For
is
real.
Yeah,
half
but
black. to
but
be fair.
like Miles out here trying to be very black, but it comes off
Like,
not black. Like this boy, be
Oh,
like, yeah, look at me.
gotcha.
I'm jamming down the
Well, I
street.
mean, he's
in my
like half
Tim's
black,
on.
half
I got the
Hispanic,
rap
and so,
music.
like-
So he sounds like a
yeah.
wigger, is what
Like-
you're telling me.
Listen.
So
You
he
also
sounds
gotta
like
understand as a
Jake
New
Long.
Yorker. Let me tell, as a New Yorker, where Miles is from, Miles is what we would consider a fake ass nigga. We would rock him for those things. You would tell him to take
Here's
those
the
shits
thing.
off his feet.
Here's the thing.
Mr. Calculus
I'm-
over here. That's why he lives in Harlem.
What would
I mean, Harlem is pretty well. At least it was
What,
pretty black. I don't know what it is now.
What would
Harlem is
Riley
just
from
a
the
mess.
Boondocks if he got
Riley?
spider powers?
We talking about Boondocks, Riley?
If Riley got Batman powers,
She's
a menace.
Oh, she'd been great.
Um,
She should have been. She should
I
have been
mean,
Miles.
like, for,
Oh, that would have been funny.
Riley
first
hilarious.
of all,
freaking,
I would just
staring
say,
down Wilson's face, just like Kingpin, you a bitch.
Someone needs to just like edit.
Oh
Like,
yes.
someone needs to like edit
I-
parts of that game with Riley's dialogue and just see how
I would be
see how
about
funny
it.
it is.
Nah.
it'd be like,
Nah,
Fuck that.
it'd
Give me a
be
mod.
like-
Give me a mod. I want a
he'd be
mod
like,
that's
he'd
all
be like,
that.
he'd be like this. He's like, hey yo, man, you a fat bitch nigga. You know what?
What, someone
You
needs
a
to-
Hey,
Get the
looks
Santa
like-
Claus
no, no,
speech.
no, no, no.
Just get the Santa Claus speech out.
No, Riley as Miles, he would just look at Doc Ock like, "Nigga, you gay."
I would.
He would just say, "Nigga,
Oh
you
my god! In 2020,
need all
year
those
of
extra
our Lord.
Like here's the thing.
He would say
Here's
that
the thing. I
to
don't.
Venom
hand jobs.
when he finds out like Venom has to go over your body. He'd be like, that thing's touching your body and it's a dude. Ew.
Ew, nigga, you gay."
Ah, dude.
That's actually his mindset he have.
And then
Oh,
Venom
God.
would just be like, "I don't know how to respond to that." Would just kind of stare at him like,
Have y'all seen that? That, like,
You're gay.
and Venom's like, "Nuh-uh, no, you."
have y'all seen that? Like,
No. Riley would be like, "Why you say
Yeah,
we all the time,
it's
nigga?
like
you
the-
gay? Y'all married?"
I'll be like, here's the thing.
there's like a
My,
comic page
my-
out there, and it's like Spider-Man and Venom fighting at the beach, and like the suit starts coming off Venom, and there's like, get that suit off, and Venom's just like, I'm gonna pound your ass for this.
Oh
And
no!
some surfer just turns, and he's like, do you guys hear yourselves?
Yeah, I was like, y'all need to pause. There's a big ass pause.
Just Archer like phrasing. Just
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
No, Riley
phrasing.
and Archer just both go pause and phrasing at that. Like, bro, do you hear yourselves right now?
Seriously.
And even then, it's not even like you can tell. Like, it's not even like just Miles putting on like a white voice, and you can tell he legitimately talks like that. Because here's the thing, my accent slips under two circumstances: when I'm angry or when I'm tired. Like when I'm tired, I'm tired or I'm angry. I sound like a country ass nigga for real. Like no joke.
So are you
My
just
voice just
professionally
goes all
tired?
over the fucking place.
Professionally
I don't
tired.
talk. I don't talk. I don't talk like that. I don't talk like that all the time. Only like
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
y'all ain't seen me when I like talk like that, bro.
Talk.
I mean, like right now.
I'll just say right now, my voice is all over the fucking place.
I was
have
about
no
to say,
goddamn
I'm like,
idea.
Yeah.
am I not hearing? Am
You-
I the only one hearing that?
I know country when I hear it. I'm in.
My
I'm in
problem
the.
with
Yeah.
Miles is
I'm in
You
the.
do have a country
I'm in
ass
the.
I'm
voice.
kind
I ain't
of-
even trying to be mean.
What'd you
my
say?
problem with Miles is that
Did you have a
No, I can hear it right
country
now.
ass
I don't hear it
voice?
all the time though. I'll say I don't hear it all the time.
I live in a I love here's the thing. I live in it's really I'm in an odd situation. I live in a very blue city in a very red state. And my
So do I.
uncle probably put it best. We're like where I live, we're top south. That's where we are. We act southern country and ghetto as fuck. But even though we're not really in the deep south, we still talk like that and do shit like that.
yeah.
Are you
I'm
in
in Nashville.
Maryland?
What'd you say?
Are you in
No,
Maryland?
I'm in no, I'm not. No, I'm in Louisville.
I'm in
He in
Nashville. So
Louisville,
yeah, you're also in the
Kentucky.
city. You're also in the
Wait.
city of your city. You're also in the
Wait,
city of your.
Wait.
Of my
That boy in
Is
Louisville,
Louisville in-
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Boy.
It's
Okay.
not.
Boy.
It's just Louisville. It's not
Louisville.
Louisville. It's not Louisville. It's
Louisville.
Louisville.
Louisville, yeah, I know it.
Louisville.
I driven through there.
Loose Village.
Louisville.
Louisville.
We're named after
Louisville.
King Louis the 16th. The one who got his head chopped
One
off.
of the Louis.
Look here, we didn't fight a war
That
with them
doesn't
Britons
narrow
and
it
name our
down.
places after them, all right?
I feel like
Here
the
we
one who got his head
go.
chopped off.
Louis.
Which fucking one?
As I said, I don't even narrow it down
Them
when it comes to
did.
the
They're
kings and
French.
shit.
Real talk. When people like say like French are like they're passive until they start actually taking someone's head off.
Yeah, like there's a
You're
joke
not-
like
The French are
The French
passive,
were-
but
the French were-
they know how to.
the
they
French
know how to do a
during
good
fighting
revolution.
anybody but themselves.
They know how to do a good revolution.
The French
They
during
do.
the war, the French during wars, the French during revolutions. Two different-
The
Yeah, the
French are
French
so
wars
good
are
about
I
revolution
quit.
that they actually helped America with ours.
Yep.
That's how good
Yeah.
at revolution they are.
Yeah, that's why we like named a bunch of our cities after them. Like that's why it's Nashville instead of Nashboro.
Nah,
Nashboro just sounds like I need a monocle to say it.
This place, it's like
We made a good decision.
I
We
love.
made a good
I
decision.
love this
All
city,
day.
man, but this city.
So I
love
guess
this
we
city,
gotta be
man, but
nice
this
to them
city is a fucking dump.
croissants.
there's I feel you, Slim. I feel the same way.
I love my city, man, but just like it's a dump. We got a bunch of crackheads over here. It's
Oh, that's not
ridiculous.
good.
Yeah, it's
Over
really
her.
not good.
You gotta love the
Yeah.
crackheads. They live in
Yeah.
the city.
Dude, so I gotta say though, this is like the first time I'm hearing of anybody actually living in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's not
Like,
bad. It's
True.
here's the weird part.
Same.
Like
Same.
Louisville is like the only. It's like it's either Louisville or Lexington, but it's pretty much, southern woods like areas for pretty much the rest of it. Like it is really just a bunch of cities, and then like forest, like forest and shit everywhere else,
I'm just
and
thinking
then
of
like back to city.
that one video clip with that news reporter just goes, I'm down in this country ass. City, whatever he says, like, I'm down in this country ass. Like he loses his shit for some reason. Then like a bug
Yeah.
flew past him or something. He's just not having it.
Like
Whoa,
yeah,
dude,
like,
their bugs are
like I
gross.
will say my state is where the
Bugs are
South
stopper,
begins.
dude.
I will say my state is where the South begins. That's the best way to put it. My
I'm in
state,
the heart of
state
the
is where
Bible
the
Belt,
South
though.
begins.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I I'm
Stink
in South
meter as a
Carolina.
vulture.
That's the South, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it says in
Yeah.
the name. They divided because of the war about it. Let's put it that way.
Wait, what?
Isn't that what happened? Didn't they divide because of the war? Or was that Western?
Dude,
that's
fuck if
Virginia.
I know. I
Never
just
mind.
got here.
Okay.
I had no
I was-
idea.
I was in Oklahoma a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, no, hold on, wait, what is it? It's the 31st. I was not in Oklahoma a year ago. I was on my way here a year ago.
Okay.
Tomorrow will mark exactly 1 year that I've been here.
Congratulations. I
Okay.
think.
Congratulations.
Maybe.
You did it.
I don't know.
How's it been though?
You did
How's
it.
what?
Proud of you. So inspirational.
How's it been there? It's fun, lively.
Honestly, my depression has been less.
That's good to hear.
Hell yeah.
That's
Good
good.
to hear.
Then again,
I hear-
like previously I was living in Oklahoma, which may explain it.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Hey, it could be
What's,
Texas, could be
Salem.
Portland.
Salem,
cooler
Warren,
about what's cooler about South Carolina compared to the one you just said? Sorry, I'm drunk.
Oklahoma,
Mhm.
honestly, I don't know. I legit don't know what the difference is. I'm not as fucked in the head here. Like I even went off my medication. Like the first day I got here, I put my pills in a drawer. They're still in that drawer. I have not touched them. And like, yeah, I'm still messed up, but like I'm better than I was, and I really don't feel the need to go back on the medication. So I mean,
to hear.
it's progress.
I have heard
new
people say they
setting,
get like they
it
get
does
a mood boost whenever they move. I've heard that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm
I'm
actually
looking at
getting
it.
ready to because I've been living with my mom, and I'm getting ready. Like a friend of mine is closing on a house on Tuesday, and so I'm getting ready to move in with him. So I will actually be living in a house that's technically like my own.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's great. It's great to hear, dude. Great to hear.
Yeah, that's good.
So it'll be
Is North
really
Carolina
interesting.
is North Carolina a sub? Do you guys consider North Carolina the South?
In my opinion, yeah.
I would say yes.
Yeah, I would say
Really,
yes.
they're
Because I know
touching,
people from
and they're
North
so-
Carolina, and they
When I was a-
pretty fucking country. So
Yeah. When I was
I
a
would
kid,
say yeah.
when I was
Salem,
a
I
kid,
guess you're a country boy.
my godmother lived in South Carolina, and my aunt lived in North Carolina. So we both split like a week vacation between the two, and there's pretty much not a difference. If I'm being completely
As
honest.
a friend of mine said, North Carolina is just South Carolina, but better.
Yes.
Yeah, like if anyone asks you the difference between Louisville and Lexington, because we're kind of similar, I will say this: Lexington's a lot cleaner. It's a lot cleaner. Oh my god, it's clean Louisville. Yeah, this place, man. I'm just gonna be real.
Yeehaw, Salem.
This place is kind of place kind of sucks. I want to move. I want to leave. I always wanted to try. I always wanted to travel the world, but I can't. Not
East
right now,
Coast,
anyway.
East
right now,
Coast,
not right
East
now,
Coast.
but you'll get there.
I'm not gonna lie.
Eventually.
As a Tennessean, we kind of do make fun of Kentucky a lot.
East Coast, baby.
So wait, which one was in Tennessee?
Me, Wayward.
Wayward.
Congratulations,
Salem-
my dad lives in Tennessee.
Salem,
yeah.
Salem. I will my tolerance for you.
I
My
can't
tolerance
believe
for your crack ass jokes will only go take you so far. You're like my best friend. But watch yourself. Watch
The
yourself,
South
buddy.
Ray?
You're like my best friend, but you will. And the worst part is that's kind of an accurate depiction. That's kind of like an accurate way to describe the Great Depression. The South will read. No, we want.
The South
No,
will-
we don't. We
I'm just imagining,
don't
like,
care.
the-
We don't care about Ely. We won't win war. Why you guys beat us in war? Ha ha ha! Slaves go free.
Slaves go for Hebrew.
I'm sorry, I completely zoned out for a second.
Wait,
Got lost in the sauce of the South Ray.
Oh,
South- Yeah, man.
Salem, I'm just messing with you. It's gonna take more than contrary to popular belief. Black people aren't as thin-skinned and weak as the media portrays us. We can take a joke.
Well,
Yeah,
you
like-
can take a joke.
Unless it's a white
most
I was
person, and
taking
we
it
can.
very seriously.
Unless it's a
Okay.
white person, and we can go to the news to make a big deal out of it.
Well, like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the whole,
And
like,
get on
remember
TV.
I would love to
Paul
get on
brought
TV.
up- Paul brought up how there were some people like trying to gatekeep people from watching the Boondocks.
Yeah, I saw
yeah,
that,
no,
and I'm
yeah.
like,
Oh
y'all
my
retarded.
god! I feel like that's gonna happen. Like Boondocks is like it's gotta be terrible for most people nowadays. That people that complain are like, "Ooh, the '90s are so edgy now." He had a whole episode calling Tyler Perry gay. That was a whole episode just him
Yeah,
saying.
the
that
Winston
that
Dr-
was-
that is one of the funniest episodes, too. That Winston
And the weirdest part is the episode. Like I said, it got banned. Like
Oh.
adults
Of course,
had to take it down.
you ever see the BT episodes? Like those are hard to watch. You have to like, get the DVD to see those.
Yeah, those
yeah,
are banned,
they,
too.
Yeah,
Those
those
are
are
awesome.
banned too.
They're the greatest. Like
No,
Salem, that is fucking funny. Biden, if you don't get offended, you ain't black. You ain't
Damn.
black.
You guys, did
Oh,
you guys
no.
see that video I
Anyways.
showed you?
I know.
I showed
oh, no,
you
anyways.
fucking Biden's Paradise. You guys see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
See
That was fucking funny.
That
Yeah.
was fucking hilarious. You guys see it? Gumby or Wayward Appointment?
It does not sound
Uh,
familiar to me.
haven't seen that. No.
Type in Biden's Paradise and listen to it. We'll actually talk about something else until you guys listen to it, and then come back. 'cause
Oh
it's
shit! This
fucking
is like
hilarious.
necessary homework. God damn. Hold up.
Unfortunately,
Hold on.
it's the lore. You
I'm
gotta
gonna-
read up on the lore,
Fuck,
guys.
I'm
Biden's
just gonna pull this
Paradise,
up on my TV.
like a Gangsta's
Gangsta's
Paradise.
Paradise. Yeah, it's a
Gangsta's
paradise.
Yeah.
Paradise, yeah.
Oh my god, this is cringe. I swear to God, this is cringe.
No. Freedom
I mean, it
2
kind
makes
of
some
is,
really
but
good.
it's funny.
But Freedom 2 makes
probably
some
be
really
cringe.
good fucking. It's more
Oh
clever
god, I
than
haven't
you
seen this
think.
guy in a million years. Oh my god, he still
As
does
I walk
stuff.
through the polls
Yep.
where I steal all the votes.
It's
Okay,
funny.
I'm kind of like Coolio hair. I kind of like the Coolio hair.
So I'll
It's
be honest, I
hilarious.
actually don't know a whole lot about Gangster's Paradise. I've never actually listened to the entire song. I've listened to Amish Paradise.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck. As a
That's
90s
a
kid,
whole
you're hurting
one.
me right now. As a 90s kid, you're just like tearing out my soul.
Hold on, I'm pulling up YouTube right now. And you know what? Fuck off. All right.
I
Yeah,
kind
you
of
get your own
True
your
Black
own
Man.
homework.
Bob was
Yeah,
a
get
bad
your own
dude.
homework.
Is it weird that I kind of got sick of Gangsta's Paradise because they started using it in everything?
Oh, they did. Yeah, it definitely happened.
Like, they used it in the
But it's
fucking
kinda like-
Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. That's like, this song does not fit this character.
No, it didn't fit the movie thing at
Oh,
all.
weird.
Like, oh my god, it was in JoJo Part 5 ending 2. Actually, it was fucking hard there. I'm gonna watch that.
They used Gangsta's Paradise for that?
Yes, it was fucking hard as fuck. Actually fit really because like they were a gang.
We're a gang.
I'm gonna watch that instead. Sorry,
What the fuck?
this is kind of just
Okay,
whatever.
hold on. Let me see what this is.
I think dude, when I first heard that, it was so fucking funny. Just Jesus
I'm
Christ.
back.
Yeah, boy. Hold up. Yeah. Have you ever seen the JoJo ending? Hold up. I'm gonna post that in the private chat.
Okay, what am I watching here?
Oh wait, this isn't it. Oh shit, they fucking changed it. I think for like because I think it's like they had to change it for the English one. So this is garbage.
I mean,
Never mind.
JoJo always had to-
follow
I
that.
mean, they had to do that for
JoJo-
remember Vanilla Ice in Part 3. They changed the name to Cool Ice.
And a lot of names.
Oh, they
was
did. You're
changed,
right.
and-
What's with the rappers being like fucking garbage about that?
Is that really what it was? I don't know if it was because.
No, that happened. It was like they changed it to like
Well-
some kind of weird thing, but they were clearly saying Vanilla Ice and like Oingo Boingo. That's another one too. They were saying something completely different for the characters' names.
Corn
It
Pop
probably-
was
I bet they-
was indeed the true black man.
Mhm.
This is some good weed. Goddamn. Okay.
I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah.
He's getting high as fucking here.
What the fuck?
Oh wait, here it is.
I think
What the
main
fuck am I
reason
watching?
why-
He
What
wants
the
to
No.
fuck am I watching? What?
Okay, here's the one that's from the.
I don't.
Here's the actual one.
Come on.
I was so shocked when they put this on like the fucking thing for the ending.
It's funny. They still used at least at least when part 3 was on Hulu, they still used I forget who sings it, Roundabout. They still use that for the ending of.
Oh yeah, that's Yes, and
Yeah, but
and I know
I
they
couldn't
had
remember the name of the
Walk Like
band.
Egyptian from shit, what's her name right now? The girl band from the 80s.
Fuck. Walk like a magician. What's that shit called again?
People did
Did I
Manic
forget?
Monday.
You know what's
Come on.
I wanted to kind of do, or I'm not sure how to actually do it, but it'd be funny, like you know
What?
the He-Man thing, right? Where he gets stabbed in by Skeletor.
Yeah.
Well, like you replace it with the spear from Golden Wind, and like
Yeah.
somehow Prince Adam is dressed like
Giorno.
yeah, Jordo, and then he's like, "You're a stand. You can."
Gray Skull experience.
Oh my
Yes,
god, he would
Requiem.
be the most. I do think it's funny in that
He-Man's already
season of
busted as a
JoJo, like
character, so.
that part of JoJo. They didn't use the main character very much just because he was just too broken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Wait, which part? Which part are we
Fuck.
talking
Okay,
about?
that was a thing.
Part 5.
Part 5, he
Well,
was like,
yeah,
he was
I mean,
just,
JoJo
Golden
was pretty
Experience was so.
broken.
Well, I mean, like no,
Giorno's
Golden
a-
Experience was just so broken where it's just like he couldn't. They didn't do most of the fights with him just because he was way too good. He had way too many good powers. Like he had like the ability to transform like inanimate objects
You
to
can
living
turn-
things.
You know what? You know what Stan from that season I really did not like was the baby maker guy. That
That's
I haven't actually
Which one was that
seen
again?
part. I haven't seen part 5 yet, so don't try not to spoil too much.
I've seen.
my bad. I'm not
okay.
gonna talk about. I'm not gonna talk about the plot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well,
the
wanna
main character is
mention
broken. I'll say that the main character is fucking. He's
Giorno's
way too
broken.
powerful. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy
Even like in the
off
first
screen-
episode, just seeing the small thing he did, you're like, oh wow, I wonder if he could do that with a bunch of other things, and then he does.
the thing is with
And then
him
he
is
does.
that There's literally a guy. I think it's called Baby 5 or something like that. But basically,
Oh god, the crazy. Yeah, the good guy. Yes, that guy. That guy's creepy.
yeah, he literally has to, I think, impregnate a woman to.
Yes, that's
Oh
real.
no! Oh, that's Stan. Oh, that's creepy.
I just remembered it as
hate
the
that.
rapey guy. Yes, the rapey guy.
Yeah.
Quit tagging me in random shit.
Well, you gotta see that thing I just tagged you in because, like, Deputy Rust made like a great, great new wife.
FBI wife. I get it, but stop it. I'm just messing with you. Dude.
Wait,
Yeah, but
Rust
I like
came
that-
out with
I
a new
like that
waifu?
thumbnail. Yeah, he came out with a new waifu called.
Is she like 7 feet tall, has like short hair, and then big hits?
Listen.
Do you know how little that narrows it down?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't get me wrong. I love his artwork. Yes, but yeah,
They have to go somewhere because they've been chopping off all these other characters' tits to make strong female characters. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm completely
basically,
joking. I'm completely
from the
joking.
tits.
It's called.
I-
It's called.
I like how like he's like he's very open about this is what it's like. No, yeah, so people try to make fun of him all the time. Where he's like, they're like it's all he draws, and he's like yes, it's all it draws. I'm like,
we call it.
I'll be honest,
tit-
no,
we call it tit cycling.
Well, the thing
I'll be honest.
is, it kinda reminds
Between
me of One Piece.
Rust and Iggy, I'm very happy that I'm not the only Christian that is just really likes attractive women on Twitter and is just
Dude, it's
decides
it's
to.
impossible to not be attracted to attractive women. It's like,
Imagine,
I mean,
imagine
so,
being a
okay, it's
Christian
not-
and
I mean,
not being
like-
attracted to women.
I mean,
So,
like,
no. It's that
I don't know, man. That's pretty gay.
I want
mean,
to
like-
be okay with being horny online. Is the point.
I mean, like,
and
Never
between
catch me
I'm a-
on man.
Higika and
I'm
and
a
Rust, like,
Christian
okay,
too,
cool.
man. Just saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
but think about
same
it.
here.
Like
I'm learning
I'm-
about this so much. Holy
Same here.
shit!
Great Jesus.
Like, yeah, like, dude, I grew up in a very.
I knew about
in a very-
Bag.
I just want
I am
passive
my
dick,
my
too.
family. My family is extremely, devout Baptist. I grew up in a
I
very,
didn't realize
very,
you
very.
were though.
You woke. They
Oh,
woke your
oh.
ass up at 6 a.m. Didn't they, Slim? And said, "Get dressed."
Oh,
Dude.
yeah. So, yep. 7 o'clock every morning.
Wake up.
We did my cousin's hair. She complained
Sure.
about it. We every time I actually got started. Believe it or not, my art career actually started in church. When I was little, I would take one of the pens. I would get like one of the pamphlet things. 'Cause in church, we would get pamphlets to like
Same.
show what we're gonna do, the verses we're gonna go over. I'd get one of
Start
the
drawing on
hymn
it.
books, and I'd get in the back where no one where they wouldn't see me. And
Same, same.
I'd be on the bench where like nobody was sitting, and I would just draw pretty much a good chunk of the service.
Hell yeah. Until your mama sees you and oh, you get your butt over here.
Oh man, like that brings back so many memories. God damn.
It does,
Oh
bro.
man.
You probably got a lot
you
of
guys-
accolades if your mom was like a blacklist.
Black
I mean, like, yeah, like, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't get ass beatings all the time, but like, when we got talking. She's like, boy, you get your ass over
Don't take 2 crackers and body of Christ. Take 1.
here. We didn't
it's
get
not
one.
true.
We got cranberry juice instead.
Of course, same here.
I'll be-
That
so
kid's
at
in church.
Cranberry
So.
juice.
At the base chapel that I go to, I'm not sure if it's still the case, but like my stepdad, he's the chaplain. And
Okay.
the grape
Salem,
juice.
we already talked about Chris Chan. Sorry, buddy.
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not,
I think
we're not touching it.
Yeah.
Not touching
Yeah,
it anymore.
Continue about the chapel.
I'm just
I
gonna
need that Jesus talk. The
torment
stream needs,
Salem a
So-
little
the
bit.
stream needs that Jesus talk.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gonna
exactly.
torment
Yeah.
Salem a little
You
bit.
know,
Praise Jeebus.
like, did he?
Rebus.
Quick
But-
question about him.
so
Did he
my-
guys-
my
is he, like,
stepdad-
supposed to be cool? Yeah. Sorry.
Like he
Oh, you saying something?
found some grape juice in like a storage closet, and that's just what he used. And I remember tasting it like my first time there that we had communion, because he was there for like several months before I was here. And so I tasted this. I'm like, wow, that is the worst grape juice I have ever had in my life. Holy shit.
It must have been there for a minute.
And like, so, and I just don't think anything of it. I'm just like, okay, maybe it was just really like just gross grape juice. Maybe it was just like an off-brand or something.
Mhm.
And me and my mom are just talking to him later that day, that night, and I'm like, man, where, like, that grape juice was just not good. Like, my mom brought it up, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I thought that was weird. Like, so it wasn't just me. That's good. And so we're talking to him about it. He's like, oh yeah, I just found that in the closet. I'm like, you fucking what? You
Wait, what?
found it in a closet. You found it in a closet at the chapel. Did you check the expiration date? No, I'm sure it was fine. That is not. That might as well have been wine, but it's not good
If-
wine. Holy shit!
if
It
I
was
had
so, and
tasted that,
I refuse
I'm
to
like, oh,
touch
nah.
it anymore. Like, I will, because the thing is, like, the communion wine they serve there is actually probably some of the best wine I've ever tasted. But the the grape juice, I'm just not touching it.
The body of Christ
remember-
is ready, feeling it. Da, 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 da. The
I
body of
remember
God
when
damn it.
my friend's wife moved
You seem to
down
be
here.
really in love with Christ, Cartman.
And
No, I mean,
Actually
yeah,
in love.
we love God. Like, no, I mean, like, actually in love, like physically.
Actually,
wanting to
really
be
in love.
I'm sorry,
mean?
Gubby.
Do I love
continue, I'm
Jesus?
sorry.
No, I'm just trying to think of a way I can make this even worse. But it's okay. I'll stay away from that. But no, like, so I just won't touch it anymore. And like
Oh,
my
God.
friend's wife moved down here, and we were having communion, and so the other chaplain's son, we kind of have him just go down and grab us all communion because he's the youngest. And he was like, all right, so who's taking wine and grape juice? And she's about to say grape juice, and I'm like, no, she's taking wine. Trust me. She's taking wine. And she's like, okay. So I ended up telling her the story. And she's just like, all right, thank you. I'm not touching that.
Pretty
You know,
much.
you know something I know about Gumby that you guys don't probably.
What?
He is really good looking. Like I'm not
No
kidding.
homo.
Like this
Yeah.
guy, like Yeah, no, dude. No, here's the thing. No, he looks like a Chad. He is really good looking, and I can say that because it's like I'm bisexual. I don't even gotta say homo. I'll say it right now. He looks
so
damn
all the
good.
homo. Oh shit! That means he gotta be telling the truth.
He's got
no,
a. He's got a. He's got a.
Oh no, he's
he's
half
got a
gay.
nice.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He's got a. He's got the.
question, were
He's got the chin beard. He's got the jawline. He's got it all of it, dude.
I did
when I
actually
first
just trim
saw,
my beard today.
he's like, dude. When I first saw him, when I first saw a picture of him, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker look good. I'm sorry.
So, were you bisexual before you saw the picture of me, or was that just something I?
Way before. Way before.
Gonna be what-
I
This is also the
realized. I
first time I
realized
about
it.
this.
Was
I realized
the gay
it at
awakening?
I realized it at about 16. I was in a very complicated relationship, to say the least. But I don't want to go back to that era of my life ever again. Just
Yeah,
put
I'm
it
not gonna ask for
bluntly.
details if you don't want to give them.
But yeah, a lot of people don't know that. I mean, I prefer
Yeah,
women.
I
I
had
prefer
no
women
idea,
over.
holy-
I prefer women
Anybody
over
with
men
sense would
overall.
prefer
But
women. Like women
But,
are
like-
just objectively more attractive in general.
Titties. It's all about the titties.
everybody loves titties. Even
Everyone loves
if you
titties.
are a straight woman, you love titties. Like that's
I
the
mean,
weird
I've eaten
part.
a lot of pizza today, so I kind of have titties right now.
Damn.
He's like really good at drawing titties.
See, I have
Thanks,
yet to reveal.
thanks, Pointman.
Any
Pointman said I'm
picture.
really good at drawing titties.
No, well,
Yes,
I was gonna
dude.
say the
Of
mangaka
myself.
for the one chick, the mangaka for Elf Can't Diet.
Manga,
But yeah, you too
mangaka.
also.
Ooh.
Yeah, like
Just
chick,
Just say manga, you fucking weeb.
mangaka.
No, that's not.
Mangaka
That's not what it
is
is. Because that's the author of the
Mangaka
manga.
is like what you call someone.
Mangeki?
Mangaka. Mangaka.
Mangeku?
Mangaka.
I think it's
Manga-
mangaka.
That's the
Mangaka.
writer, isn't it?
That's what they call it.
Mangaka.
Like the creator.
Mango-kun.
It's the
Tell me.
creator, pretty much.
Tell me,
Yeah.
mangaka, how do you face me on this battlefield? It's like Kakarot, or like it'd be hilarious. It's like, you think your manga is stronger than mine, makaka?
Oh my god, that Vegeta's actually ripped. He's the best one. That's the.
That would be hilarious to be like Bakuman, right? But it's like Z Fighters. No, it's like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh no, Chicago might be shutting back down. What the fuck?
That sucks.
Chicago needs to be just
Dang.
shut down permanently. Fuck that place.
Yeah, I think
Everything comes
we need a Chicago too.
Yeah.
out. Fuck that place.
Shut
And everything
down.
that comes out of it, including my.
Well, here's the thing. It's a concert, and people are saying, oh, well, they shouldn't be at a
Yeah,
concert. And I'm just like, man, at this point,
Remember when it was just going to be 2 weeks to flatten the curve?
yeah, and
Yeah.
I
even
remember that.
then, like, I'm just gonna be upfront
Good
about it.
time.
I saw.
At this point,
I saw
at
earlier
this point,
today
people.
a tweet that was talking about it's like, oh yeah, we can actually stop the Delta variant with vaccines and masks within 2
But you
weeks.
just said
And
that.
some dude's just like, bitch, we're still on 2 weeks from last year.
And it's
like nah,
like-
nah,
Well, he's not
like
wrong.
nah,
don't want to get too much, but it's like they literally said, "Oh, once you get the vaccine, everything's gonna be back to normal now." It's like, then it's like, "Oh yeah, here's this other thing," but it's like Columbo, right? Columbo's like, "Oh, but one more thing, Delta variant. What's this? Yeah,
We were talking about this a bit before the stream.
Apparently,
They basically
it's
admitted
more
that like
contagious, but that's about it. Like, it's actually
Yeah.
less deadly.
like here's
Oh,
like
oh,
here's
it
the
was
thing.
less
I
deadly.
was
I
actually
thought
talking
it
to
was
my
saying it
grandpa
was
about
more
At this
deadly.
point,
I said,
I
He got
died.
diagnosed
you know something I noticed. You know
with
something I
COVID
noticed.
yesterday.
People said the dissonance between how we're reacting to COVID to how we're handling quote unquote returning back to normal. There's so much dissonance between it that it's baffling. We're making music videos and telling jokes about we're getting back to normal, like, but then like when it first started out, you guys like it's the end of the world, everyone's dying, it's horrible, it's miserable. That's how I know it wasn't anywhere near as bad as you guys said it was.
Oh yeah, it was fear mongering.
Yeah, like,
Fear-mongering,
it
yeah.
is-
It's
Yeah,
a
it-
control
like-
thing.
I talked about this at work. I'm like, it doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter, like, on the grand scheme, everyone can admit we overreacted to this. It doesn't matter
yeah.
what
I
side of what side of the aisle you're on about the whole thing.
I didn't overreact to
We
shit.
overreact. We overreact.
And,
Like
we didn't listen. I was like, listen,
I
I
just
died.
got laid off and
That-
bitched about it.
Yeah.
I just got to work from
the
home for a
extent of
year, and
what
I
I
kind of
did.
like it. And it's like I don't want to go back in.
Yeah.
I'm
fuck
just
you,
stealing
Penguin.
from government assistance.
I'll just say I work from home anyway, so like it doesn't really affect me as much. But I do want
I'll
to
be
just
honest,
also
like, my
say,
last job-
Poe's Law is retweeting this one thing where it's Mordecai cross
No,
Twilight Sparkle. Yes,
My friend has been sending me that
seen
stuff
that.
all day.
oh
I've
yeah,
seen that.
oh
It's,
yeah. That was
it's
that
just-
was
Where
a
the fuck
thing
did that
for a
come
while.
from?
It's
This
just
is chef's
it's just a
kiss.
crack ship.
Yeah, I love crack ships. I don't know why I eat these up. They're just like
Ridiculous.
they're like this weird thing in the yard that you got to look at. You got to look at them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've already
I
seen
will say
them.
I do really
Lo-
like it when like characters from franchises that don't mix together, like there's like fan art of them, and
Oh,
my favorite out of all of these, and nothing will ever surpass this for me, is Isabel and the Doomslayer.
I was just
Yeah,
thinking
that was fun.
that song.
That was fun.
That
I
was
like
fun.
the Isabel
See, this is what I'm saying. They're
thing.
fun. They're fun.
Yeah, like
I
a
actually
lot.
like.
I don't
so
get. I don't
was
really fully get it, but I
explaining-
also think it's fun.
There's
I
actually
was
a really
explaining
funny.
a lot of stuff about the Doom franchise to my mom today. I can't even remember how the concept started, but like she's pretty much the only person I talk to on a regular basis, so she has to suffer through like my nerd like discussions. But I was
Like,
kind of
why
explaining
you-
like the testament of the Doomslayer and everything to her, and then like it
The
ended
testament.
with us just like looking through a bunch of like
That's what they call it.
Isabel and Doomslayer fan art.
Here's the thing. There's a reason I talk to you guys so often because I don't have a lot of people with that. I can talk to my mom, no problem. I can't talk to her about this kind of stuff though, because she won't understand most of the stuff I'm talking about. But
To be fair,
but
whenever I talk like about stuff like this, my mom doesn't understand it at all, and I'm mostly just talking to myself, and she's like, "You do realize like all of this is Greek to me, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, but it helps for me to actually be talking to somebody to get my thoughts out."
I just talk to myself. People think I'm crazy, but fuck it. Like I have neighbors who like look at me and like, oh, there's that dude talking to himself up and down the street again. But they're
I was
nice.
playing through
They don't-
Bioshock Infinite for the first
they
time
don't
like last
call-
month, and I was basically
don't call
talking to myself throughout the entire thing because holy fuck, that game kind of blew my mind, and so I was needing to kind of talk myself through everything as it was happening. And my mom talked to me the next day. She's like, "Hey, do we need to like set you up an appointment somewhere? You were talking to yourself a lot." I'm like, "Yeah, but you don't understand, Mom. It's Bioshock."
My mom has accepted me for what I am.
My
But
mom's still
yeah,
working on
Bioshock Infinite. Overall, a disappointing story, but I love the characters and setting so fucking much that I can.
Yeah,
I really
like
did.
you
like,
guys,
I agree. You
guys know me. You guys know me. I am a huge story guy. If
Yeah.
I can say that even though I think the story's kind of shit, but I can act. But the characters are so well done and the setting is so well done that I can actually ignore the story.
Yeah, the story's
So,
the
did you
story's
play
kind
Burial
of
at Sea?
bad. Yeah, I played that.
I played Burial
Okay.
at Sea, and it honestly doesn't fix anything.
No, it doesn't.
So-
It makes things worse.
So
It
here's
makes
the
things
thing
worse.
for me. Here's the thing for me. Burial at Sea, I loved it. I loved Bioshock Infinite, but Burial at Sea made what was already kind of a weak story with Infinite. Burial at Sea just made it worse. However,
It does.
it almost
kinda
made
does.
the story of the first one better. Like, and
I hate that Chosen One shit.
say what now?
I mean, like,
I hate that Chosen One thing where it kind of makes it where it's
yeah,
like it's all destined.
Wayward hates
No,
the
like-
Chosen One trope. He hates it. He really does hate the Chosen One trope.
The first Bioshock though definitely has the best story.
Oh yeah, no, it's literally, it's quite possibly one of the
Choose the
best
funnest
video
way.
game stories ever done. Like I'm not like to the point where even though everyone probably knows the twist by now, that twist at the end of the game, where essentially you look back on it and you're like, holy fucking!
Oh
shit,
my
that
god,
was
it all
the-
makes sense now.
That was
The only thing that bugged me-
unbelievably.
The only thing that bugged me about it is there's a room right before it's revealed where it just spoils it like in advance, but then they have
they're
Ryan tells it, and it's like I feel like that was supposed to happen before you go to the room that basically.
I think what they're saying is I knew the twist when I played it, so like so I don't really think it's like that big of a deal. So I think it still works as a story. It's like you can go play Final Fantasy VII with Aerith dying. You know that because you've heard that.
The internet has spoiled a lot of stuff for me. Like I will say, BioShock Infinite, I walked into that only knowing about the final twist. That's the only thing I knew about the game.
Yeah.
That was it, and so I was pretty happy with that because I'm like, I still don't understand like how everything worked, and I played through it and they didn't explain it at all. They were just like, yeah, this is kind of how it is, and I'm like, oh, okay. And the main thing that pissed me off about this, and I don't care about this, is it being a spoiler. This game is almost 10 years old at this point. Fuck off.
True.
Her drowning him at the end to try to stop Comstock from happening. Okay, cool. It's kind of an interesting moment. It's like, okay, so it kind of breaks the circle. And then Burial at Sea happens, and it reveals, oh, that action was completely pointless because it didn't stop anything. She still had to manually go and hunt down every Comstock.
Well, here's the thing about that though. That's the problem. That's always going to be a problem when you do one thing. When you introduce fucking multiverse plots. Like, at the end of the day, everything's gonna kind of seem pointless when you realize there's a complete...
I don't disagree necessarily because, I've seen Crisis on Two Earths, but...
I'm not saying good stories can't come from it, but when you did it on the scale of BioShock Infinite, where you said there are... And like modern DC, where
everything that can happen has happened. And that's the point of Infinite, and it truly is infinite. And I love that as a concept, but thinking about it, it's just bad.
Yeah, it's
it just makes nothing matter.
No, yeah,
I actually like the gameplay in Infinite for the most part.
Like here's the thing about Infinite.
But things that just kind of there's some things in like the gameplay that I think are stupid. Like
I just hate how dirty Songbird here's the thing in that game, and you never fight him.
Yes. I was actually legitimately disappointed in that because I remember hearing a whole lot about how the Songbird he's terrifying. I'm like, okay, so he's gonna be kind of like the big daddy. Like you're gonna see him, like not all the time, but just enough for him to be like
he's gonna be kind of popping up, dogging you throughout the game.
I thought he was distraction, like Resident Evil.
Like.
I wish he was more like Nemesis and
That's what I'm saying. He should have been. That's what I was
expecting him to be like Nemesis or like Chris Walker in Outlast.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris Walker in Outlast has got to be one of my favorite enemies in video games, and this is coming from someone I've only played the original Outlast like the first hour because I couldn't get past how horrible the controls were on PS4. But I've watched playthroughs multiple times.
Don't play the second one. The second one is awful.
I actually legitimately liked the second one. It's a lot worse than the first one, but the gameplay is amazing. And that was actually the first game I went all the way through streaming.
I disliked the gameplay because they kept doing this thing where it's like, oh, chase scene. There's multiple paths, and it's not clear which one's the right one, so it ends up devolving in a trial and error.
When you have that, it just really does devalue the horror aspect of it. But here's the thing: if
the story is told in notes, and it's not clear what the fuck is going on, unless you read all the notes.
That's just Outlast in general.
Well, not really, because Outlast one you could at least be like, okay, experiment.
You had a vague idea of what was going on. Like
I had no fucking idea what was going on.
If I could,
it's all you're just kind of dropped there, and you're not meant to know.
If I could fix BioShock, if I could make BioShock Infinite better, I would say I would get rid of the skyhook stuff because that, like, trying to shoot and use the skyhooks in combat was really.
That. I kind of liked it, but it did feel gimmicky though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
liked it though.
For me anyway, I liked how like traversing, but when they tried to like say you gotta kind of traverse and shoot at the same time. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, I
doing
refuse
that.
to
I mean,
do
like,
that. Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
literally, like, I might use like
I
some
have
of
to.
the
I have
vigors,
to get off to
but
shoot.
for the most part, I would literally just jump off and like one-shot people with melee
But, like,
by using the skyhook. But other than
I
that,
had
like,
fun
just
doing
didn't
both because I
nuts.
could kind of aim most weapons and hit you while on the skyhook,
like-
but I can definitely see why some people don't like
I
it.
might you waste a lot of
Yeah,
ammo,
like
but I'll hit you eventually.
it's trying to be. It's
Yeah,
trying to
that's
be
what
like.
basically it is.
It's trying to be like
American
it's trying to
accuracy.
be like a rail shooter, basically.
Yeah,
But, like, here's-
kinda.
But, like, here's the thing: if I could, like, fix any
Fucking hate
part
rail
of
shooters.
Bioshock Infinite overall, I would get rid. I would get rid of the fact that they made Elizabeth. They made like the whole Elizabeth multi-dimensional thing. Like the main, like they didn't focus. Like I felt like they had this really good story and it was good, kind of so far, but but in my opinion, like it only got bad around the last third where they focused
No, you're
more
right.
on
Yeah, I
on the
did like the
on the
Moment
multi-night.
Victim.
with you.
Yeah,
It
she's
just
like-
didn't-
Yeah,
she's-
like yeah. It's not even really that. It's like when you get like to like the last third of the game, and it's like multi. It's like multi, and I didn't even mind the fact that you said I want you to go back in time and stop me from becoming this because they broke my mind. Now I have some clarity, but it's too late. I like that. What I didn't like was like they dropped everything that was happening. They dropped literally everything to focus on this multiverse, numerous entity thing. And I didn't even mind that, Booker was. I thought that was a cool concept we could have gone further into, like how Booker and Comstock are the same person. There's a lot you could do.
I
They
mean, it was
just
cool.
threw
'Cause
it all
you-
away.
I
Yeah,
like
like
that
you
stuff. 'Cause
like,
you, like you can go through the second time and like really look at it from that perspective and like get some more out of it.
yeah, but like they say, okay, you see all this cool stuff that could accumulate into a really interesting story. We're gonna throw all that away to tease multiverses. I'm like, no, give us a satisfying ending for like this story. What happened to Columbia? What happened to like? Why isn't Columbia the focus? Because you realize Columbia is not the focus by the end of the game. It's multiverse jumping. That's essentially what it. I'm not kidding. Columbia
true.
becomes.
Yeah,
Which
like, I'm
it's
just
kind of
like-
sad because that's like the main thing you like. I like
Columbia's
kinda- we
literally
kinda
you just happens to be there.
Columbia is
Yeah.
cool though. Like I actually like.
Yeah,
I liked exploring it.
I liked how it was like kind of like
I
this,
liked Columbia.
like this
It actually kind
over
of
the
started
top, over
boring
the
me after
top
a while,
caricature of like this
'Cause they
over the
stopped
top
focusing
caricature
on
of
it.
old America. Yeah, like stopped focusing on it. It was,
That's
it
true,
just
yeah.
it just said fuck you. It said fuck you. Yeah, whatever. Multiverse. I'm just like,
You know what's the one
Okay.
thing that I really liked about Infinite Story?
the
The
other
way
the
what
other
they did with the Vox Populi thing, where you see an
Yeah.
alternate version where they've got power, and it's like y'all are just as bad, if not worse.
Oh yeah,
but again,
and
they never
fixed
never
that.
focused-
They fixed that in the,
Oh,
the DLC.
Yeah, because a lot of people quote unquote got offended that.
But it's like, no, that
the
was a
game-
very good point because
No,
sometimes the
no.
oppressed can end up being
No,
just
people-
as bad as the oppressors.
people got upset saying,
No, I remember that.
well, yeah, like it was a lot of backlash. People saying, "Well, the Vox
Yeah, people got
Populi
pissed.
say are just as bad as they are." And it's like, Daisy Fitzroy shouldn't have been a villain. And I'm like, the entire point is that at the end of the day, they were so similar that it really didn't matter. They were just the loudest voices. That was the point. But people couldn't take that, so now. Burial at Sea pretty much retconned it to where Daisy Fitzroy was set up, and they did it because it needed to happen.
Well,
Because
to
of
be
fate.
fair though,
That's some
in
bullshit.
their
'Cause that was
defense,
one thing I
they
legitimately
didn't
liked.
retcon it. The
having the
only
balls to
thing they
do
really
that.
retconned was Daisy's willingness to kill a child. Like everything
Yeah,
else,
like-
But
the
she
Vox
wasn't really going to kill
Populi-
the child because she was going to die. That she knew that she
Exactly.
was going to die.
She knew she was gonna die. So, but here's the thing.
Yeah,
There's nothing saying like the rest of the Vox Pop. Like, so we know Daisy draws the line at killing kids. She's still a psychopathic killer. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
they
still-
did
like,
not
here's-
retcon
here's-
that. They did not change that because she was still who she was, and all of the Vox Populi still going nuts and just killing everybody. That happened. That was going on even before the twins talked to her. Like that was
Yeah,
still
yeah,
happening, regardless of
I
their
know.
input. So like, it
I know. I'm
although
saying,
like her
it's
killing
one of the
her wanting to
things-
kill the child thing getting retcons, I do think that was stupid. But overall, it didn't really ruin the whole message about the Vox Populi.
it's more like it's like I'm gonna agree with Wayward on this one. Like, and now it's like a whole it was preemptive fate, whatever bullshit. And I'm just like, that kind of
Yeah,
defeats.
see, I don't like it.
It kind of it doesn't
Free
really.
will
and again,
is
like
something that's
and like
really
okay,
and like
I'll say that too. That's something I don't
finicky.
like with this campaign because like the whole like game was telling you the free will is like bullshit. Like you don't actually have any choices.
and I like
Because
and
any
I do
choice
like,
you make has already been made.
Yeah.
I also
That was a
like
perfect
I also liked like if I could like change things, I would change the combat to be more like the classic Bioshock. So this is just an FPS.
Yeah, I like
standard,
the-
very,
yeah,
I actually didn't maybe it's because I played Infinite first. I know it's weird. I played Infinite first, and then I played the first one. The first one's combat. I like the powers, but aside of that, I really did not enjoy that part of the game that much.
The first one's
Yeah,
combat
but-
really did not age well, in my opinion.
It really didn't.
And no, it
Yeah.
doesn't. But it's like I do. I still kind of like. I still like the fact that it's like methodical. It's you kind of
The other
you know, like,
problem I have with
it's unique and it is an acquired taste because it's not really supposed to be like an all-out shooter. It's
well, yeah,
very
because like by
much-
by the time, I will say like that's part of like the change of the times because like by that point like we had a set like standard for what shooters are. Like everything was like they weren't like
Call of
health
Duty
bars
and
anymore.
Halo.
Like, yeah, it was Call of Duty and Halo. Those are the two things, and it chose to be those two things because it went to the whole like you have two guns, you can only hold two guns instead of being a Chad hold every gun.
Yeah, and
I would
so
say-
Bioshock
I
was
would-
more of like it leaned into what shooters used to be. And whereas like, but the thing is, at its core, it really wasn't a shooter. Like it was just you happens to be able to shoot things, but it was more of like
It was-
a
Yeah.
thriller.
I mean,
it was
it's
kinda- it had elements
it's a
of like
system shock. It's
it had elements of like I would say I don't want to say
'Cause,
like survival. It is kind of like a survival horror. Like you do gotta
To me,
gotta
it's-
conserve.
Oh, yeah.
You do gotta
goes out of
conserve
the
ammo.
It's a
window.
survival
and-
horror game
Well,
that you're
it's-
capable of fighting back.
Yeah.
To me, that kind of went out of the window when like the whole
I
dying
mean-
thing was okay. I just go back to a chamber and the enemy's health doesn't
Well,
reset.
there's system shock before that is the main thing.
So there were points where it's like, okay, I can just keep throwing myself at this thing, keep dying over and over again until I'm finally able to kill it with what I got. Like, that just kind of ruined any sort of tension for me.
The two weapons that I use mostly in my infinite playthroughs, I always get the carbine because the carbine is the shit. I love the carbine.
I did like the shotgun in the first Bioshock though. That thing was fun when it got
Yeah,
up.
Shotgun was fun.
Yeah, and all those
like,
all the upgrades.
I-
like I said, but like I was saying, you get way too powerful by the end though. I say like the difficult curve's just like down.
Yeah, it's one of those
After a
games
certain
where it's
point,
like you
'cause,
start off
you're just
kind
so
of weak,
powerful.
but then you get ridiculous. You snowball and becoming ridiculous.
Because
Oh,
it's because it has RPG roots.
Which I personally love.
It has RPG roots because of System Shock. System Shock was that. You like that game? Nice.
Also, Wayward.
I've never actually played System Shock. I was
I
just
actually
saying
have
love
System
this
Shock, but I have
Well-
not played it yet.
Wayward. You could. Wayward. Remember how you recommended
Also-
Brutal Legend?
Oh yeah,
I never finished
what do you think?
Brutal Legend, but I really need
I've
to.
never played that
I'm
one,
gonna,
so-
I'm gonna be upfront. I don't think I'm gonna finish it. Like, here's the thing.
Oh damn.
At first, I was having fun. Then I realized, wait a minute. This is an RTS.
Yeah, that's the only what happens.
Wait, wait. Okay, first, okay, I was fine with the whole Jack and Daxter Kratos era, smashing, driving, clashing secrets. That's the school. But are you telling me like the majority of this game is real time strategy? I was like, hell no, hell to the
What is so weird
I'll
is the
say it's
trailers
really
made it
fun
look
once
like
you
a
accept the
like
fact that it's
three-
RTS. It's really fun once you accept the fact that it's RTS.
And I'm not nothing against people who like RTS. People like RTS, but
I
like
RTS
the
games,
two-
but it's just like
but like
I don't
I didn't
dislike
expect that.
RTS.
the two concepts clash so hard that I don't think it works.
It is really weird how I think it's weird how he paced it. I think that's the weird thing about how he did it. Was how he paced it. In the game, it really started out like making you think it was an action game, and like all the here's the weird thing too. At the time, most of the promo shit was like the beginning stuff, so where that happened. But I think like the second time I played it,
but not the.
Like the only trailer I remember seeing, it looked like a straight up action game.
It's not.
It had like a metal aesthetic.
But I'll say the second time I played it, I really more appreciated it a lot more because I just knew it was going to become that kind of game. And I really don't like those games that much. I really don't like. I like turn based.
Yeah, like here's the thing.
You know what's probably the weirdest RTS game? There's an Alien versus Predator RTS game. The thing is, I got a copy of it not knowing it was an RTS game. And the funny thing is, it's actually not bad, which is a weird part.
But like, here's
and it was only on consoles too, which is even weirder.
Like, let me explain this. Let me explain this because I think this is why a lot of people didn't like Brutal Legend. Well, basically wanted to like Brutal Legend but can't, because the first like 2 hours of this game, you're literally okay. It's this cool system of like you got a magic guitar and a magic axe, and you're going around slicing and dicing and using combos and all this other stuff, and then you get a car, you can upgrade it, you can drive around and like find these ancient burial mounds you can unlock and stuff, and then you get to literally like the first like quote unquote mission of the game, like the first like straight up mission for the game of what you're going to be doing for a majority of the game, and they try to like teach you like, okay, you can like recruit these guys and you can tell them to go here, or you can tell them to so he's like, okay, this is like a little mechanic you can use. Okay, cool. And you have this base level of mechanic for a while while you're playing the game. It's completely optional, right? And then as you play more of the game, you do the same thing, and then you notice, well, now you got these sniper characters come with you, right? And then like, okay, so you got a few snipers with you. Okay, that's cool. But then there's like one mission where it's just we're going balls in. Here's some new mechanics you got to learn completely. You also got to make sure this tower defense. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Whoa,
I do think it's hilarious.
Where the fuck did this come from?
Why am I fighting David Bowie?
God.
I'm loving hearing this blind, by the way. It's great.
Yeah, it's exactly. I was like, wait.
No,
I of them, I think.
The main.
I don't think it's supposed to be David Bowie.
3 bosses.
One's the lead singer of one of these 80s metal bands. I can't remember. And there's a bunch of people in it. Like,
no,
Ozzy Osbourne's the guy that sells you stuff.
He's the merchant. He's the merchant, and he's like and he's the guardian of metal. And Lemmy's in the game too.
Yeah, he's a bassist.
He's like a medic.
Yeah, he's a bassist that heals.
Brett, I was talking to Brett about it. He said, "Oh, what do you mean, Lemmy?" I said, I'm not a metalhead. Like, I know, like, I'm gonna admit, I'm not the biggest fan of like deep metal. I know a couple of bands, I know a couple of singers and stuff like that. I am a bare bones metal guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am not. Yeah, I know very little.
I'll feel you there. It's also like the setting too. That's not like you're not too into.
Yeah, I get it. Like every character in there is kind of based. Like when I saw him, I was like, this guy looks familiar. There's an '80s rock band guy after him. I just don't know who it is. And I'm like, okay, I understand what they're doing. Like every other character is like branded after a culture, a rock and roll icon and heavy metalist and stuff like that. I get that. I get it. But yeah, I'm like, and here's the worst part about it. Honestly, I like the characters and the humor. It's Tim Schafer. He does that stuff very well. I liked that too. And I didn't even know who most of these guys were supposed to be. And I liked it. I really did. I really do like Tim Schafer as a writer. He's a fantastic writer. But man, like after I played like the last two the last two the real time strategy things, I was like, I can't do this. I'm just not into it. I can't. I'm sorry, Wayward. I'm just
That's
like,
fair enough. No,
I
that's fair
can't.
enough. That's totally fair enough. I'm not going to be the guy that tells you to like play 2 more hours of it and see if you really like it. I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah,
But
'cause
I
like,
do think it's,
I-
no, I
It gets
actually
good after the 5-hour mark, guys.
I like
I
the
remember.
I'm joking.
I'll be honest.
I'm joking.
I only remember so much about the game, and I was super young when I played it. Like it had just come out, and I played it at
All
a
I
friend's
remember is the
house.
trailer.
And I know I was absolutely not supposed to be playing that game. Like, even though it had like one of my favorite mechanics in there that you can actually like just say no to the gore and the language, and they'll just bleep everything out, and I think it's hilarious. And that's what I did because I was like 9 years
Please
old.
tell me they called it pussy mode. Please tell me that's what they called it.
no. Here's what they did.
That's
It's
what I would
actually,
do.
It was
it's
something
actually-
like that.
It's something like that where they said you can either turn off the gore, turn on the gore, but the gore is for it. But it said like it like showed it in like a snarking tone. It's like,
It's like,
but the gore
okay,
is for
so
the
do you wanna
ultimate
see
roadie
gore?
experience.
It's like bring on the gore or no, I'm a pussy. Something like that.
It
Because
wasn't
that's
even
what I
like
would
that.
do,
It wasn't even like that. It was like
I'll be right
either it was like bring on the gore or you can turn it up, but you won't get the full roadie experience. It was the second option that actually killed me because it's something I like. It's Tom Schafer's
the
writing
language.
that makes it funny. Is it language? Censor everything. You can either go in for the full roadie experience with cursing off, and it said, or you can turn cursing off and you'll get bleeps. But it's a lot funnier that way. I'm just like, and I gotta admit, I turned it on for the first time. I'm like, oh my god, it is funnier.
So whenever
But,
I go
like-
back and actually play through that game, I'll probably leave gore on this time, but I will like keep the bleeping because you're right, the bleeping is hilarious. I love bleeping.
Well, I did like it until I realized it was doing it with every swear word. It wasn't just. It was like
Yeah.
it was like hell. It was like, if it was just like a asshole shit, fuck and stuff like that. That would be funny. When it's damn or just ass or something, it was like, that's kind of awkward. When it's hell, damn, ass,
Yeah.
something, it was awkward. So I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
how'd you like the Psychonauts reference right at the beginning? Did you catch it?
I was like,
yeah.
and there's one, and there was like and there was another guy who did the turret sections where you had goggles on, and I was thinking, wait, is that actually the voice actor for what's his name?
Raz.
Richard Quartz. Yeah, Richard Quartz did Raz. I'm like, if that's the voice actor and he's wearing goggles, they're like, okay, that's like a straight up direct reference to fucking Psychonauts. I'm still gonna play Psychonauts 2. I'm
very
sorry,
excited.
guys.
I'm 100% excited for it. Don't even trip. I'm 100%.
So I don't
Don't give
I
a
don't
shit.
actually remember a whole lot about Brutal Legend, like, cause the main thing I remember that this was about like the time I stopped because I really didn't have enough time because I didn't own the game. It was literally I would only play whenever I was at my friend's house, and I had to be super sneaky because my mom didn't want me playing it. And I think I got as far as like I was right about to start the RTS fight against Ophelia.
Oh yeah, that.
And I hope I got
really
that
like
name
that
right.
storyline. I will say, Slam. At least like you should maybe like consider doing the YouTube just watch the cinematics. I think the story is good.
I don't mean to interrupt,
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
I'm gonna head out for now.
All right.
All right.
That's it, Beg.
I wish you all a good night.
Good night, man.
Yeah, see you back.
All right, man.
Night.
Fuck, it's
but
almost 10:30. Jesus.
And and I will say, as for like the stuff, like I can't get into point and click. I'm stuck in those games, so I can never really get. Like I tried to start Grim Fandango so many times, I just cannot get into it, even though I really like the setting and all that. It was
Yeah.
It was doing Book of Life before it was cool.
Yeah, I really did like when I played Psychonauts. It was just such a unique experience. The camera was kind of shit, not gonna lie.
Oh, there's a
And
lot of things shit
fun.
about it. Like it's the last like half. I pretty played it recently. The last like half, those levels kind of suck.
Which level specifically? Because I'll say that
like
the meat.
I'll say the fucking one that's all neon and shit. The where you like doing there's a bull and all that. That one's good, but the rest of those kind of suck. Milkman's good too. Milkman's good too. The rest of
the Milkman was pretty cool. I
like the Gloria one. Gloria, where you're going to the movie Starlets. That one sucks.
Yeah.
That one sucks ass.
I like the idea. I like the idea.
Oh yeah. Story wise, it's good.
It's
not a good.
Yeah.
It's not a good.
I didn't like the I didn't like the Godzilla one that much.
Oh, you're so slow. Yeah, I do. I don't like. I still think it's better above like the Gloria stage. Just sucks. Like it's the worst one. And then also, Waterloo is kind of just fetch quest.
Yeah,
I like it aesthetically though. I like it aesthetically though.
Yeah, and like you said, the bull one really did get on my fucking nerves. I hate.
Yeah, that one gets on my nerves too. It gets on my nerves too. Like I said, like you can tell they were rushed. The last half of the game.
It wasn't even rushed. It was like they clearly wanted to, and I respect them for that because they want to do something different and new and unique, and I do respect them for that. Like for the bull thing, of course you can't go in the streets for too long, or Odio is gonna come and ram you back to the beginning. It gets really annoying.
It's
really
so annoying.
Really fucking quickly. I hated that so much. But you know the worst one in my opinion? The worst one was the fucking meat circus where you have to get all.
Oh my god! I had anxiety. I keep telling myself every time I replay it, I'm like, this probably won't be as bad. I'm like, I'm older now, I'm more experienced, and I'm like, this is anxiety right now.
It's just bad.
It is awful.
It's awful.
It is one of the worst final levels I've ever played, strictly for that section, because not only do you have to do the sword, you have to do the sword thing where you got to jump at the right time and make sure you get on the thing. Ollie constantly keeps saying, "To get the bunny, sir! Oh, you're hurting!" I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my god! This is like the whole, and then like, okay, the grinding section after that is the worst part, though. The grinding section right after that can suck my dick.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so fucking bad.
Yeah, the whole level's
was
anxiety city.
Yeah, it's just, but like here's the thing, like I have been avoiding all spoilers for Psychonauts 2 because
Same here.
I really do, and I really like. I understand people saying like the invincible mode and all that. I think that's stupid. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, man,
I just find that really dumb, but like
it's dumb, but whatever. You can have your game development mode. I don't care.
I mean, now let me say
not
this:
game developer.
If FromSoft did some dumb shit like that, I think it would make me not want to buy the game. That's a game that actually
did that. They kind of did that with the easy mode in Sekiro. That's one other thing.
Wait, they made an easy mode in Sekiro? When?
Yeah,
they did.
I think I heard that.
They didn't.
They didn't.
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Okay.
No,
never mind.
There's actually something in Sekiro that makes the game even harder. Like in the actual game, you can like find this bell, and if you ring it, it makes all the bosses and the things harder.
Yeah, there's like items in Dark Souls that if you equip them, it'll make the game harder for you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's horrible.
Going back to Psychonauts though, last time I played it, I like went through the playthrough where I just tried to look to everybody. There's so much more shit that I never saw before when I was a kid. What were you gonna say though?
I just want to say like I'm gonna probably drop out right now. So I loved hanging out with you guys. It's getting late, and I really have to go to the bathroom. And I don't want to bring you guys in with me. So I will talk to you guys later.
See you guys. See you, man.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
But I'm just.
Bye.
I'm just saying, like, I really and I did like. There were so many cool game mechanics I didn't really appreciate, and it really does feel like there are some things you can do where you can experiment and there are multiple ways to solve the problem. And I really
definitely.
That's
one thing I was like. That's one thing I did like about it a lot, where you can just be like, no, I'm not going to solve this puzzle like this jumping, platforming shit this way, the way you wanted me to. Clearly, I'm going to use the levitation spell and just like get it and just like really just like, Giga Brain it and get up there faster.
And like, here's the thing, like the clairvoyant. I love that they put the clairvoyance thing.
There's so much good stuff.
Every time Yeah, like you can literally use it on a bunch of different characters, and they see you all differently. So like if you use it on like Sasha, he sees like a little version of himself. It's like, oh yeah, it's kind of cute. He sees like Raz as like a successor, and I'm like, that's kind of adorable, actually.
Well, he actually there's actually design notes for the character that got like leaked or whatever because they actually put it with the PC version. They can like just like get through the game. Apparently, like he was really trying to be like Sasha, like way before like that. You know, he went to the camp.
Yeah, well, I do remember that. They said like you wanted to kind of make him a young Sasha who takes himself seriously and stuff like that. And then and like you see like I also like this is becoming like a Psychonaut simp scene for God's sake. I'm gonna just talk about what I like about Psychonauts for the rest of this, I guess. Anyway,
yeah. I love that game.
But anyway, like after and I like how like there's a lot of dark elements you don't really realize until
Did you ever find
get
the one
older.
secrets? Did you ever find that one secret in the what's her face level? I can't think of her name right now. Milia.
Yeah,
Mila?
Mila. Yeah, she basically apparently for those of you who don't know, she was once like in it kind of her. She was
like
once like an like a nun. Yeah, it was a nun, and she basically raised an orphanage of children. And one day there was a fire, and the thing about it was, she's a psychic, so she literally felt the emotions and felt the pain of the children as they burned alive in the orphanage. Like, I'm not kidding. That actually happens in the game.
You can like basically you can go to this one section because she hit it really well, like where you can go to this one wall and then go down like this one trunk, and you'll get to her demon chamber, like her inner demon chamber, and which will set that up really well for like and if you didn't do that, you'll have no clue what the fuck this one thing is that's attacking you in the milkman level, where he's like every now and then you get attacked by one of his inner demons. You'd have no clue what the fuck that was if you didn't do that. So it's really good for like that's one thing that's really good for repeat value for going through the game again.
Yeah, and you realize like damn, that's dark. Even Mila, like, and the worst part about it is Mila's like this cheerful, upbeat, lovable character who loves children, and you kind of see that, and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, that's horrible. Like, there's no like this isn't like even like a joke or anything, and that's what makes it creepy. Like, it's not a joke. It's not set up like that. It's like there's a lot of disturbing, like, despite the quirky nature of Psychonauts, there's a lot of dark, fucked up shit in it. Like,
yeah, it has a T rating, so like they actually did use that pretty well for that game.
Yeah, like I don't even like this is like shit like even adults would have to would probably have trouble coping with. Like, that was really fucked up. You got the guy who turns out like you think he's a bullfighter or whatever. Turns out he just can't get over the high school drama that he.
He was it was so funny because like the bullfighter was like a representation for the guy that stole his girl, and the guy that stole his girl was like the male cheerleader that the cheerleader girlfriend like hooked up with, like behind his back. So like, and then like he finally was like, he's like the bullfighter started acting dignified, started acting like a male cheerleader. He's like, oh yeah, you're right, this is stupid.
Yeah, it's like, damn, I can't believe I gave a fuck about these losers. That he just realized how pathetic that is. Yeah, it was fun. I want to see what they do next with it. There's another secret too. If you look at the clouds in the game, it's like distorted faces.
Oh yeah,
not actually clouds. It's like I like that. It's very like I said, if they ever made this like a show or a series, I think they should get somebody like C.H. Greenblatt.
I've actually heard this before. Rich from like Red Letter Media. He said this about Tim Schafer. He's like, he shouldn't have been a game designer. He should have been a cartoonist. Like, he should have been making cartoons.
I mean, the more I think about it, yeah, He basically does. Like these things can easily be like cartoons, no problem.
I just also don't think Psychonauts would have got away with a lot of things it did if it wasn't a video game. Where like
Yeah.
for some reason video games actually have more like I feel like has more like freedom, artistic freedom in that regard.
Yeah, I remember I remember one joke I always found funny was like it was just like people always randomly wanting to make out, and he's like, what's with everybody making out here?
Yeah, no, it was actually true. Like I actually did the whole like I said, I talked to everybody like after every mission. Like the last time I did this, like because there's like cutscenes I never saw before. Like apparently fucking the one bully character Zeke was like hooking up with the like the alien chick who supposedly may or may not be an alien. She always wore the helmet.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't know that. Like I
yeah, see that's a hard one to find. I had to like find out about this. I'm like, oh shit, you have to like, cause you have to like talk to these characters with it like between each mission, and you'll have to like keep finding them over and over again. All the way up until the after the Milia one.
Yeah, I try to, but like just it's hard. It really is hard.
Yeah, like I said, the lore 3. Because the last time I played the game, I went through. I tried to get all the collectibles. Never go for all figments, by the way. Worst way to play the game. Do not collect all the things.
Yeah, I tried doing that. I was like, nah. And I also hate the spider webs. Spider webs need to bag of dicks.
The best way to do that, that one's not as bad because the best way to do that is just grind the arrowheads right at the beginning by getting the arrowhead finder and immediately just grind to get that. That one's the easiest one to get. It's the figments.
Yeah, I know the figments are a pain in the ass. I'm just saying like the spider webs serve little to no purpose outside of getting psi cards. You know
they kind of are. I mean, the collectibles are like bullshit in general. The whole hierarchy of the collectibles, getting the cards to get the level ups and getting the 101.
Honestly, you should just give. Honestly, like the cobweb thing, just give it to us. Like, there's no reason for that to be behind a paywall in the game.
I'm fine with that. I don't know. It's just I think the way the place. I think the main problem is just how they handle the level ups. Like where the like I said, the figments are bullshit because like you have to like there's one track doing like the race with Milla, and there's like different places where you can go in the race, and it's all one shot, so you can't go back to it. I hate getting collectibles like that where it's like it's not. It's like
you only have one chance to get them at one point.
That
exactly.
Sucks.
Yeah, see, I'm not about that. And there's also one thing I will warn anybody who's trying to go for these achievements. There's one of the health ups is only like able to be gotten at one point in the bull level, and if you don't get it, then you're asked out on getting it for the rest of the playthrough.
Which brain is it?
It's not one of the brains. It's one of the health upgrades. It's just one of the regular upgrades that are out there, with the life upgrades.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I didn't care about that. If I got those,
don't worry about it because you're set. Usually you're not gonna run out of lives, but if you're trying to get all the achievements, that's where you're gonna be messed up.
Even then, like even if you run out of lives, there's not like a serious.
No, you just
kick that thing.
Yeah, just get kicked for the level and then you go back in.
Which makes the invincible mode in the second game make even less fucking sense.
No, and like, I don't know. And maybe the game's gonna be hard now. That'd be cool if it was actually like hard and actually balanced. Because really, it was just like it was pretty much. I was worried about bears, and that's it. Everything else could not touch me. The bears at the beginning of the game would fucking kick your ass out of nowhere.
Yeah, I did not know how to. I didn't know you could like summon crawl. I didn't know first time I played it. I didn't know you could summon crawler whenever you wanted. And he would tell you word for word how to defeat enemies. I'm like, so you're like, I remember I was around the Godzilla section. I'm like, okay, what can I do? And he said like, oh, there's bacon. And I use the bacon. I'm like, wait a minute. He can like give you advice. Like I got through all this shit where I had to figure it out through trial and error, and he could have just told me straight up how to beat me, motherfucker.
I mean, he did tell you could talk to you anytime.
Yeah, but like I thought it was like for like specific parts of the game, not actually
No, I can
telling
see how
you
it can
word
happen.
for word how to beat.
I can definitely
how
tell
to
you
beat
see how that
enemies.
happen.
I'm like, motherfucker.
That's actually one thing that bugged me about Doom Eternal when it came to the bosses. Like, you get the cool intro for the boss, and then the game would pause and tell you what you have to do to beat
I do
them.
hate it when
instead
they
of,
like they straight up like stop you to tell you. I do like how Psychonauts took it. You know, they're like you have the option to take the hint.
I can understand if it's like, oh, you died to the boss like once, and then the game tells you.
Legend of Zelda is so bad about all that kind of shit. Like later on, like towards the end, like Twilight Princess was just like awful with that shit. Just like, hey, I'm gonna go and tell you how to handle the situation. I'm like, bitch, I can figure this out. Come on.
Yeah, and then some of the stuff it was like, okay, like the Doom Hunter robot thing. It was just like, oh, he has a shield, so I gotta. And you've been fighting enemies with shields up to this point, so you kind of know, oh, plasma gun just neutralizes shield. But the game pauses and tells you, use the plasma gun to neutralize the shield, then you can shoot him with anything you want.
I will say in that game's defense, that game is actually hard. Like that game pushes you.
Yeah, I mean, Doom Eternal, it's a fun game, and there's some bosses where it's like I can kind of see why, because like the Marauder, like I don't know how you're gonna figure that out without the game telling you. Like how to get him to do, how you have to stand in a certain distance from him to get him to use the axe, or else he'll either use the gun or send the dog on you. Because like, how the fuck?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard everyone kind of agrees like that, like the Marauder is complete bullshit.
He is bullshit. Yes,
he is. Even when you know the combo of super shotgun and ballista, he's still just a pain in the ass to fight.
Oh yeah, speaking of video games, I beat Kingdom Hearts 3 today.
I still have. It's funny. I love the shit out of Kingdom Hearts 2, and I was hyped to play Kingdom Hearts 3. Then when it came out, I never played it.
Did you play like the other ones, but like in between?
No, because I was a dumbass. I was like, I'll just wait till Kingdom Hearts 3 come out.
That's the mistake. They've been telling you not to do that since the beginning, since Chain of Memories.
Like I'd be like, man, I went to Kingdom Hearts 3 play that. What were you, like 6?
I
mean, I was like 12 when the first one came out.
When the first one came out, I don't even know how old I was. I was probably like.
I was like 8. I was like 8 or 9 when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. And don't get me wrong, I love Kingdom Hearts 2.
I think I was probably double. I was definitely double digits by then.
I was already a Sonic player, so I was like, implemented into the weather.
Like I think I was like late elementary school, early middle school when that game came out.
Yeah, because you're like 3
I was like
years
8th
older
grade.
than me.
I was like 8th grade when that came out, or something like that. I think.
Yeah, I wasn't.
When was that?
What
year was that? I know Final Fantasy X was like 2001. That was like before that.
But I just kept like, oh, okay, I'll wait till 3 came out. And I didn't even know.
Shit, it was 2002, so I was 12. Oh, I am that good.
But I just remember, because here's the thing, I didn't even know that Chain of Memories was a thing until after I played 2, because I was like, where did this happen? When they showed the flashbacks to Chain of Memories, I got confused. Like, wait, when did this happen? This wasn't in the first game.
Yeah, I was joking about this with my friend earlier about how like that's like it's like I couldn't imagine if you played 3 thinking there's only just 1, 2, and 3. You cannot do that. It's like that was a conclusion to like more. That was more so a conclusion to like Birth by Sleep and 3DS.
Then I looked up Birth by Sleep's plot, and I was like, wait, what the like years after.
I'm gonna be honest. I love that game. I love Terra. Terra's my boy.
I mean, there was some cool shit in it, but it was like, wait, why is all of this in a goddamn not numbered sequel?
No, this is where I feel like that plot line kind of reminds me of like me justifying it feels like how I feel when I hear people justifying the prequels for Star Wars. It's like that for me. Like I like Terra, like other people like Anakin.
I don't even dislike it. It was just that I thought it was like this really should have been like a Kingdom Hearts 3 plot or something.
No, it should have been like they really should have been numbering that way in the beginning. Like I think Chain of Memories should have been like
honest to God,
I'll call it Kingdom Hearts 0 or something. I don't know.
I played Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm gonna be upfront. I was disappointed with it.
That's what I heard. Everyone I heard say was disappointed.
Okay, I would say it was underwhelming and also satisfying at the same time because I've been playing all of them. I've been keeping up. So like, I completely understand when I see like Roxas and Ventus being not different characters, fucking pissing me off.
No. I understand. I understand it. I know the story. I played Chain of Memories. I played Birth by Sleep. I played the other games. I played some of the other games. I'm just telling you this right now. And I stopped giving a fuck about the story. Genuinely,
I was just I was completely brain off, and I was just like, "Fuck, there's 3 Ansems." Whoa!
I just remember when I started reading the plot for Dream Drop Distance. It's like, wait, we have time travel now?
Yes.
There's multiple Xehanorts now. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
It's as stupid as it sounds.
It's like he can just infect other people and make them him. Like, how does this work?
And I got like Jack and Salem. I got like Jack and Salem. They both get angry when I tell them the plot of Kingdom Hearts 3. The plot of Kingdom Hearts is Nomura constantly falling down on his face, trying to recapture the magic of Kingdom Hearts 2, but constantly failing.
Well, it's not even
at the end of the day,
he keeps adding another like twist and turns. Like, ooh, but that wasn't the real Ansem. That's his Ansem.
No, I'm just saying. He keeps falling on his face. He keeps falling on his face, and we're supposed to. And he keeps getting back up.
Like standing up. He keeps standing up.
He keeps brushing himself off and like, I can do this. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And then he turns around.
You don't have to keep hurting yourself. We like Kingdom Hearts 2. In fact, I'll even say this. I think Kingdom Hearts 2 was a great ending for like that arc.
It really
is. It felt like an ending.
It could have been the ending. Like when they like started like adding on like, but I know that Nanamine is inside of me, but now she's also, I don't, it's like, but I don't think that's right that she's like, just a part of me. That's not just a good conclusion. I'm like, and now we gotta have like 2 Ventuses and shit now.
I'm just like, and I told him, like, the story of Kingdom Hearts is fucking stupid. It's stupid. It's convoluted.
No, like, when Roxas came back, I was like, I was kind of low-key mad. I was kind of low-key mad when Roxas came back. I was like, you don't need to come back. That was like, he had to wrap up this story. But then they played Roxas' theme. I was like, ooh, Roxas' theme, though. It's so good.
I'm like, no. Like, wait, we're just selling out. No, don't do this.
I already paid the money. I
would have been like, it would have been cooler if you literally just had this. If you had like drive modes that were references to people that Sora was connected to. You could have a Ventus mode and a Roxas mode where you have 2 Keyblades and stuff like that.
Technically, that's like here's another thing that will bother me a lot too. Like Roxas came back and could dual wield. I always interpreted that as he could do that because he had Zion's soul as well as his own. That's why he could do that at the end.
That would make sense, actually.
I mean, technically,
like when he was dual wielding in 2, he was taking on Goofy's soul as well as his own, and like when he did Final Form, he was taking on both of theirs.
What I'm trying to say is like this: at the very end of the day,
it's bullshit. Okay, I know.
Even then, isn't like Cheyenne like literally the physical embodiment of Sora's memories? So that means the minute he got them back, she shouldn't even technically exist.
I'm confused now. Are you saying Xion or you said Cheyenne? Like, who was Cheyenne?
Xion.
You said Cheyenne. I was like, who the fuck is Cheyenne? Is that
it's Zaion. You can determine that for yourself. What
You're talking about the black haired girl from
the black girl, the other
Kyrie.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say right now.
Absolutely, and like
the one that died at the end of the DS game.
The one in DS. Yeah. Do you guys play Days? Do you know how many fucking ice cream scenes are in Days?
Who will I eat ice cream with?
That was half the cutscenes in Days.
Like,
Days is garbage.
It was supposed to be sad, but it's just like that's what's on your mind right now.
That's all they got, man. That's Roxas' character's
like,
ice cream. It's
dude.
Roxas' character's ice cream, and that cool theme song that I like a lot.
So like I'm saying, like, and there's the thing in terms of gameplay for Kingdom Hearts 3, it was probably the worst one because it was just like it was too much, and a lot of it was useless.
I
think that's
agree.
the
I
best-
agree, and I disagree at the same time. At the end, when like they're just doing bullshit, like he was just wiping out like he was making Dynasty Warrior look like chump chains. I was like, oh man, they're kind of winning me back a little bit. I really think the problem is for the game, the Disney bullshit was just bullshit. Like he was like the Ian said was all like Sora, I need you to go dick around Disney World. He's like, and he was just like, ooh, can do, and then he went off and did that for like 2/3 of the game.
True
And
they
then
cut out, like, all the Final Fantasy characters too?
they did, but let me just say this: like in like the last third of the game, that's where the actual plot was. That's where the entire actual plot was. Nothing the first 2/3 of the game mattered at all.
So it's filler until that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I mean, like they always kind of were that way, but they like at least like first
At
game
least
was all like I gotta find my friends, and that's why they're and then like they're trying to find their king. There's at least like something, and then like 2. Actually, I don't really know what they're doing in 2.
Well, 2 it was like, oh,
I
we
think-
gotta find
well,
Riku.
Two was basically saying, "What the fuck happened when we were asleep? What are we doing? What's
That's
going
basically
on?"
yeah, and they also had more worlds, and didn't feel rushed at the end. The Big Hero 6 world sucked. Anyways,
Yeah. Big. Oh, what?
whoa. Oh,
What
sorry,
is
I
that
made it worse.
noise?
He's getting feedback.
Oh boy.
But yeah, the Big Hero. I was like, here's what happened. I have a weird journey in that. I remember, like, I got in the Big Hero 6 world, and I was like, man, I didn't really care for this movie that much. And I was like, wait a second, there's a TV show. Then I watched a TV show. I was like, hey man, this TV show is pretty good. It's kind of restoring my want for these characters. And then I played the world, and it was garbage. They did not care.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. The worlds to me didn't look that appealing from the trailer.
Here's the thing. Like, if you want to say which worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 were the best ones, I would say the Toy Story world was probably the best
easily
one.
the best. And then Tangle's like second best to me, and then probably Hercules. And then the rest of it.
I thought
Was the
Tangle
Pirates
was.
of the Caribbean world good? Because I just thought how weird it was that they had
It
like
was
Davy Jones and Jack looking kind of normal, but then you got
that was always that.
Give me a sec, guys. Hold on. I live in a dumbass.
They kind of did that in the second one too, but in the second one,
yeah. I will say
like
the world looks super good. The world looks super good. I hated doing the fucking there was the one thing that I hated about it. Like it had some cool things going for it, where you could go in the water and then come out and start. You could fight in there and stuff, like kind of like Little Mermaid, but not like that.
The hell
but
is that noise?
I hate that the ship mini game sucked. They're like, I feel like a lot of the mechanics were like, I think I'll let this mic on. But yeah, a lot of the mechanics felt like they learned stuff from from 10 years ago. Like they just got done seeing the Black Creed.
I'm sorry.
Gotta have a ship.
I have kids that aren't even mine.
Okay.
Damn.
But like I said, if I had to say which world was the best, Toy Story World was easily the best one and probably the most effort put into, easily.
I'm trying to think what my favorite from Kingdom Hearts 2 was.
My favorite, the worst, here's the thing, I'm gonna rank the worlds from Kingdom Hearts 3 because there aren't that many, honestly.
There's they did not care. That's one thing I'll say. Like they did not care about the Disney shit. They barely cared about the Disney shit. They wanted to. Nomura wanted to focus on his boys and girls, mostly boys.
So
honestly, that was probably the one thing that's probably what's controversial thing. I feel like Kingdom Hearts would be better if it's separated from the Disney shit altogether. At times.
Nah, because part of what here's the thing, and I understand this is very superficial. Part of it is, it really is just fan service. I like teaming up with Jack Skellington.
Yeah, no, I do too.
I know it sounds corny and shallow, but I like the fan service. I like the fan service. But
it was cool teaming up with Simba in the second one. I did think that was cool.
That was one of the best levels.
That was kind of cool.
Like Lion King was one of the best levels in the second game. Easily.
People hated on back in the day. I remember that. People were like, "I'll be like, what are you talking about? You can drift as a lion. What are you talking about?"
So fucking funny.
Yeah, and they actually have Donald and Goofy fight like their animal counterparts. And they put effort into that. I'm sorry, there's so much effort put into it.
Yeah, no, 3 has a lot of effort in dumb places, I think. But also, I can't really say they work so hard in the visuals, like in certain areas where I don't feel like it needed that. They could have in place of having work on
They're also like no secrets or anything worth investing into. And from
No,
being
I
real.
didn't. Yeah, I started to do that, and then I was just like, no, I'm just gonna beeline, and I did that, and I think I had the funnest experience because the final boss was actually hard because I was way under leveled.
Let me ask you this: did they at least have Sephiroth be the ultimate boss again?
I actually didn't even know that.
No, it's Xehanort.
Really?
Well, I mean, like,
Sephiroth is technically Xehanort's one of Xehanort's. Okay, it's one of Xehanort's clones, Heartless. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Is that real?
I don't know. Wait. Do you mean Sephiroth? Oh, I thought you meant Ansem and Xehanort.
No.
These names are crisscrossing now. Sephiroth is not in. There's no Final Fantasy characters in the third game at all.
That's ridiculous. Like, I'll say this about 2. They should have got a different different boss for like the secret final boss. I hated how like Sephiroth had to get either the second one again. Like, it should have been like Kefka or something. They should have done like a new boss.
For Kingdom Hearts 2,
I was kind of hoping that they would put in some of the new Final Fantasy characters like Lightning or even Noctis. I'd have been fine with.
Yeah,
Noctis cameo.
Hey Sora, you want to go fishing?
You want to go fishing, Sora?
I want to play my phone app game. Actually, that would have fit. Actually, if they were just
also,
like
yeah,
play phone app
because
games together.
they have Instagram. They have fucking Instagram in Kingdom Hearts. I'm like,
No,
who is this for?
no.
Okay, I really want to know who has that. No, I want to know who's on the app with them. I want to know that. I need to know these names.
Well, I want to know. I want to know.
This transdimensional app.
Does that mean Tifa post thigh pics
I hope so.
on her Instagram?
I hope
Is that
so.
canon?
Please.
Okay. So here's the thing. The best worlds of Kingdom Hearts 3. The best one is easily Toy Story. Easily.
I think Tangle's second best for me. That's me personally.
The only reason I don't like Tangled is because it's just, and like I said, this is the reason why Toy Story is so high up there and like everything else is so lower, is because all the other ones are so boring.
I kind of get that, but like I'm like it's like you get there and you're like it's like this is the most basic JRPG shit you can get. It's like a forest level. I'm like, fuck, I love forest levels. Great, let's go.
Yeah, okay. I still couldn't find the map to that place. Did you find the map?
The map of what?
For a Tangled world.
Okay, it's like you start at the tower and then you work your way to the city. There's a dark forest too in the middle. And
yeah,
then you
I
get
know
to the
that.
city.
Okay, I have a serious question. How many fucking Xehanorts do you have the boss fights are there in that game?
Pretty much the end.
I think like 9. I think like 9 altogether.
I mean,
9.
if you want to get technical, too, there's like also like the oh my god, when I need to talk about the one part that really annoyed me. Okay, so like there's one of the his like Organization 13 is like also evil Riku from the first game, who is possessed by Ansem, but it's even weirder because like I was like you're not acknowledging the fact that he already did this versus the clone shit and
Yeah, we already killed him.
Daddy Nomura, he knows, brought him back to go stop the evil one, and he's like, no, you already changed my ways. And so like the copy one was acknowledged and brought in the cutscene to take away the other evil clone of him. Nomura is fucking batshit.
Wait, so you had evil Riku versus another evil Riku?
Well, the other evil Riku that he redeemed at the end of Chain of Memories came back in that cutscene that was redeemed by Namine. It's fucking convoluted.
What the fuck, man?
Oh my god! I gotta respect the hustle. I gotta respect the hustle at this point.
Fuck, man?
Like I said, Salem and Jack, they both have been on my ass for not liking. I was like, how could you like? And Salem, especially Salem, he knows all of Kingdom Hearts lore, and I'm just like, and I've told him point blank, buddy, I'm sorry, but that shit is the most convoluted shit I've ever seen in my goddamn.
It's the perfect Kingdom Hearts, the perfect balance of I hate it and love it at the same time.
Like I cannot like I'll just say it right now, I cannot take the story seriously at all. There are so many.
Of course not.
There are too many retcons. there are way too many fucking retcons, bro. Like you guys change your rules
Blatant in your
every
face
5
retcons.
minutes.
Nomura looks you dead in your eye while he retcons this shit.
Yeah, so like,
Nomura retcons his retcon.
how come the actual Keyblade you get in Kingdom Hearts 2 looks cooler than the Keyblade he gets in Kingdom Hearts 3? Because actually,
Remember Riku has okay. How do you feel about Riku's car thingamajig for his Keyblade? He has a fucking like he's going for he's like gotta pop the trunk for the Audi with his Keyblade.
Yeah. Didn't you get a Keyblade like that in 3 for Cloud? I mean 2 for Cloud.
You did get one Fenrir for beating Sephiroth. You did get a Keyblade for that.
Man,
it's weird that I remember what that one was called.
Like the one I always used in 2 was which one did I use? I used Oblivion a lot.
Yeah,
yeah, of course everybody did. Okay. Also, one thing I'm gonna say I'm gonna say like proper positive about 3. I like how I feel like these swords were actually something I want to use like switch between because there's like more uses for them. Because like I'd use the Tangled sword a lot just because it had like, a lot of range attacks and it was way better than the magic form than 2. I'm just gonna straight up say it. I hate the fucking magic form from 2. It's fucking garbage.
I don't think I ever used the magic.
Well,
form.
you have to use it though. You have to use it though if you want to get final form.
Are you talking about Wisdom Form where you just
Wisdom Form can suck? Yeah, Wisdom Form sucks.
Yeah, I did not like Wisdom Form.
Here's the thing, Wisdom Form. No one used Wisdom Form.
Well, you had to use it though. No, you had to use it though because it's the hardest to level up unless you know the tricks. Unless you know the tricks of the trade to level up your forms fast, you're gonna it's gonna be your most used form if you're gonna try and get final form, because you have to you have to kill things with magic. So the trick is. By the way, I'm just gonna save everybody some headache here. If you're playing 2, if you're trying to get all the forms, just stay near a save point, preferably that one in Mulan world. Kill all the weak enemies with your magic, and then leave before your form runs out, and you go back into the level. You have full form again.
Here's the thing. I want to say like I said, there's a lot of cool ones. Once I got the Pirates of the Caribbean sword, that's the best. That was the best one.
Oh yeah, it was definitely that was good. And then
that was that sword was badass. I loved it.
I switched between that and the Ever After one because like that, like I said, the magic form's super good because like you could
that's basically the three best Keyblades in there was the Frozen one, the Pirates of the Caribbean one, and the Tangled one. Those are the 3 best ones in my opinion.
Yeah, the Frozen one was kind of like an in-betweener where it did kind of decent attack and then like good magic.
It was crazy melee damage because of the claws.
Yeah.
But like here's the thing, I didn't like it because it's something I think everyone agrees on. There was so many options in screen nukes before you even get even pretty early on in the game.
Yeah. I stopped using attractions. Attractions suck. They should have been fucking. I would actually like to get a mod where it just removes that option completely.
Ignore them, just get rid of them altogether.
At least Shotlock, there's at least a little bit thing where you have to hit them before they hit you, and if you get knocked out of it, you can't do it anymore. And that was just straight up let me just interrupt the fight completely, get some free hits in.
Yeah, here's the thing, it gets to the point where you're fighting, and at that point you're just fighting. You're just like, do I want to just end this right now? Do I want to just end this?
I didn't I was struggling. I was actually struggling in the final fight because I was so under leveled. And I was I did not consider it any time at all. I was every time I had the option, I was oh, I could do mad teacups. That's bitch strats. I don't do that. No.
And then
Wait, we're talking about 3, right?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. The first boss fight that actually gave me trouble, and the only one that gave me trouble for a while was Frozen's snowman thing.
Oh my god, that part sucked. I think the Frozen part sucked too. That was another one.
Yeah, the Frozen. I didn't like the Frozen world.
Also, it's Frozen.
Yeah, I don't like Frozen in general, but I didn't like the Frozen world.
You know what was the worst world in the games I've played? The fucking Little Mermaid world in the second game.
I don't count that. That's
that became a meme. Everyone said like,
that's like
we're
that's like
just-
saying
why are we even here? What are we?
Yeah, what was the point
that's
of
like
that whole
that's,
world?
yeah, that's like saying you don't like the Winnie Pooh worlds. Like I forgot that they were in 3 because I just like they're like, here, you can get the book, and I'm like the book, and I'm like, I put it in there. I was like, okay, turn around, left.
I
Here's
but
the
I never
worst-
played that until I realized you have to play that to get the orichalcum fragments to make the.
Oh yeah, if you
weapon.
want to go for 100% complete, you have to do it.
Yeah,
I didn't do that.
Here's the thing. Kingdom Hearts 2, I do actually like them because I do like the mini games in Kingdom Hearts 2.
2 had some okay ones. They weren't bad. If you were trying to go for everything, you're not gonna be too mad if you're doing it.
Yeah,
I like the Little Mermaid game.
Little Mermaid game was okay. It was.
I
okay.
mean, the problem is it's a rhythm game that's not doing rhythm well. It's like it has white girl with rhythm. It's like using Ariel's rhythm.
Not to mention the syncing is terrible.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not good. It's it's doing white girl with rhythm.
Yeah, and then here's the thing, and then for Kingdom Hearts 3 anyway. Oh, you're thinking, okay, we're at Winnie the Pooh world. Okay, I can be okay with this. Go to Winnie the Pooh world, play this Candy Crush clone. You get the Keyblade. That's it. I'm not kidding. That's it. That's literally it.
Now, when you say Keyblade, do you mean Keyblade or Keyblade?
Keyblade, just Keyblade.
Not the
Keyblade.
not the Keyblade.
Oh, that's right. They added that too. You have the X blade. You have the Keyblade, but I'm gonna call it the Chi blade just because differentiates it.
I've seen people do that one before. Yeah, but it's so dumb.
Yeah,
why?
It doesn't even look cool. It's just 2 of the regular Keyblades.
Like a big ass like Buster Sword coming out of it.
Wait, hold on,
Okay, low key though, like my inner 12-year-old gets it though.
Wait, what does the Chi blade even look like? 'Cause I don't even.
It's like two swords crossing each other with a giant Buster Sword coming out in the middle, and it's like rainbow, like it's a rave concert going on.
Oh, that looks like. Oh, that is so dumb.
Wait,
that's
dumb,
the X blade, but like it recolored.
No, it's dumb, but I like low key though.
Wait, that's the X blade recolored.
I really, like, and the worst part is like because there's so few worlds, there's so few Keyblades, and it's really a shame because, they had like when they said like one thing that pissed me off when I saw this in Kingdom Hearts, I keep saying, there's just so many things in Kingdom Hearts 3 that disappointed me to the point where I could say safely, I was disappointed by Kingdom Hearts 3. And one of the big things was when they said Keyblade Forge. I was thinking, okay.
Wait, does a Keyblade Forge?
Not really. It just upgrades it. It's dumb. It's dumb. I hate it. Yeah, I agree. I hate it.
It just levels up. It just levels up established Keyblade. So this Keyblade is now a bit stronger. I'm like, don't tease us like that. Don't tease us like you can make like your own special Keyblades out of.
I don't think they really implied it though. I'll say that. I don't think they really implied it. It's just some.
I know that, but that's something we always wanted to do. Let's be real here. That's something we always wanted to do.
No, yeah, you're right.
I was like, okay, we're gonna take a bit of Oathkeeper, a bit of Oblivion. We're gonna take a smidget.
Okay, that's another thing too. I'll say like breaking traditions. I hate like the fact that like Oathkeeper wasn't in the main game and like and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's DLC apparently.
Okay, I have that because I have the PC version, but it's
Oh, that's right. They did put Kingdom Hearts 3 on PC, but it's not
it was beautiful. It was like I played at 120 frames per second. I love the fact that I love playing at higher frames because you can really see when they the Heartless, they're like running at like 12 frames or something like that, or like 20 or something like that. So they look kind of like bizarre, and I think the Nobody's run lower frame rates, so you can kind of see the.
Yeah, and you have to go through, and if you like, how I said like there really feels like there's no reason to do any of the collectibles in Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, there isn't.
But here's the thing, you want to know why? Edgy? Almost every you know why getting collectibles is kind of pointless in this game?
Why?
You have to get almost every a secret treasure chest. They usually give you some super rare item or super special piece or another piece of the book in Winnie the Pooh or a part of the Orculum or something like that. Something really cool. Guess what you're gonna get every single motherfucking time there is a special chest in this fucking game.
What do you get?
You get a Mr. Game and Watch style mini game.
I never played. I played one once, and I was
fuck.
like, never again. Like
That's it.
I'm not joking. I had 25 hours in this game when I beat it.
Yeah, I'm not
For an
not
RPG.
kidding. That
An
is
RPG.
that is what you get. That is what you get every single time. Wait, am I joking? Am I exaggerating?
No, it's not. It's not joking at all. It's like
Yeah,
it's either that you're either getting that or the world map. Those are the two things.
Yeah, that's it. Those are two things. So like you get that, but you get like a bunch of different ingredients to make fucking cooking sim. There's a fucking cooking sim in this
I
game.
like that.
With
I will say I hated the fact that we had Uncle Scrooge. I was like, finally, he has a big part in this game, kinda. And like they got the dumbest voice for him. He's terrible. He's so bad. It does
And
not
then,
sound,
like-
it doesn't sound a thing
and then
like Scrooge.
it's with Remy, and I'm like, I get it, but like honestly, I just said fuck it. I'm just gonna stick to buying potions.
You can't.
like, I
You can also just buy. You can also just later on just buy the food to like get the upgrades if you want.
Yeah, I'm just
Not that
like,
it gives you that. Not that it gives you that much. You'll get like maybe a +2 attack and one plus magic, and then like 28 plus HP, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things.
I did not care for it. And like, so they put more effort into the cooking sim part, but literally almost nothing.
I
for,
would
like,
have got rid of that for like another world though. Like even like a world like here's what pissed me off. You go to Destiny Island like in a cutscene. You can't walk around in it.
Wait,
I
you
don't
go
care-
back to Destiny Island in the cutscene because you can't even do anything there?
Yeah, and like the same thing with like the Disney Castle world and stuff like that. I was like, come on, just let me go walk around. I want to go to Castle Oblivion and shit. Come on.
Yeah, like in like remember how Twilight Town felt big and there was a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times.
Yeah, like that's gone. Like it's only
Okay.
that, and it's only like that in the woods. That's it.
I know, like one thing that's like in the game in general too, they make kind of the maps more open, and it actually made the maps feel smaller a lot of times. Like the Big Hero
Yeah,
6
like-
City, the Big Hero
Yeah.
6 City felt like nothing. It felt like nothing.
Like, I'm gonna be controversial. I actually like Big Hero 6. I like it when you're like in the air and like diving around and fighting Heartless from the air and up in the sky. I like that. But when you're like on the, like literally everything else about it did suck. I
like that. Kind of like that part. I kind of do like the part in principle. I kind of wish you were like flying around like alongside them. They should have given you the flying power before that, and then you're like kind of teaming up with them, in the air.
Yeah. But
I'll also just say they picked the wrong character. Should have been Honey Lemon. That's my pick.
Yeah, I think like yeah. So like I
You
said,
should have the whole squad. Actually, you really should just have the whole squad instead of just Baymax. Like they're kind of around, but you can't actually like work with them.
yeah. Another thing I didn't like was you finally get Hercules, fucking Hercules as a party member, and he sucks.
He does.
He-
I will say
Say
this
that
too.
again?
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
Yeah, Hercules really sucks as a party member. You finally get him after 2 games of.
Yeah,
don't
is he
get me wrong,
only helped
Okay,
fight
I'm-
Hades
I
that
like
one
I
time?
like Aaron in Kingdom Hearts 2. Don't get me wrong,
He was awesome.
he was awesome.
That's the best
But like
part. care.
but like for like literally 2 games, well, numerous games, but 2 games, we were saying like give us the chance to fight as Sora and Herc together. That's what we want, and we do in this game. And he sucks.
What do you mean in that game? That was Kingdom Hearts 2.9.
Oh my god fucking damn it.
In Kingdom Hearts 3, in Kingdom Hearts 3,
I actually made a joke that they were gonna do that. It's like Nomura's gonna go 2.9.
He got
Kingdom
dared. I swear he gets dared. I swear. He was like, I bet you won't add any more zippers. Bet.
Bet.
he got
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts.
I think Nomura trolls like hard. Because there was a
Like
point
he-
where he was joking. He said, "You know what? Is it people were talking about like the long wait between 2 or 3? He's like, he's like, I think we'll delay it another year or something." And it kind of happened.
Yeah, we're like,
later on.
we're like, we finally, like, we're finally getting, Hercules as a party member, something we wanted for a long time.
No, you're
And he
not.
sucks. And he
Okay.
sucks. He really.
Here's something I'll just say one thing I don't like about the party members. From like one they had like a designated role. Like Aladdin was like a warrior, like class, like and then like you get a Jack, and Jack's a black mage for sure, and like
Yeah.
and Ariel's a white mage. They didn't really do that in like into like 2 onwards. 2 at least had like the cool things where you could like team up super with them.
Those were hype as shit. Whenever
I would have got rid of the traction for that shit back immediately.
Yeah, I would have brought. I'm surprised they didn't bring that back because that was awesome.
They did bring it back. It just sucks now because it's nowhere near as awesome.
You have them.
I just love watching
They actually
animations
because
when you teamed up with Aura
Like you know what
You're right. They did.
You know what the special for Hercules is?
What
You
was
think
it?
it'd be like some sort of some grass pound thing or something like that, where he becomes like a god briefly and just annihilate. He just swings the guys around.
You're right. Oh my god! You know what's sad? I rented that opening twice. I started on PS4 on my friend's PS4, and then then I was like, oh shit, they're putting on PC. I'm just gonna wait for that then. And then I came back for that. I forgot again, man. It's that bad. Like I can at least remember the Buzz and Woody one where they pull out the rocket. And that was like kind of cool because you're like, okay, shit, it's the rocket. Remember that from Toy Story 1?
Okay, let me ask you this: does Hercules at least grab and throw the enemy into other enemies or something?
Also, that was the worst
around into other enemies or something? Because at least that would be interesting.
I mean, yeah, but again, it's not really. You'd think that it would be like. Let me get. You expect something like Beast from fucking Kingdom Hearts 2, and that was
Beast was the shit.
Beast was
awesome.
Yeah. Beast
no,
was
even in 1, you're rolling with him in Castle Oblivion. It was just the way it was meant to be.
Beast was awesome. So you think, and it's just feels so empty and hollow. I know.
I definitely agree. Like I said, I describe the game as underwhelming and satisfying. I think the ending was kind of mostly satisfying. Like doing all the shit at the end, where I was just like, we're in battle shonen mode. I was like, oh shit, we're in battle shonen mode. Let's go. My crew advances against your crew. We're in the war.
Here's the thing.
Went full Bleach or Naruto with that shit.
No, I knew what it was. I knew what I was walking into, and I was like, yes, I'm just ready for the fucking shonen war.
You know what would have been funny, and this would have been kind of ballsy?
What's
if
that?
the game was just the final battle and that was it. There was no...
It should have been that. Actually, I think it would have been better. I think the game would have been best that way. Just go ahead and give you all the cool moves, and then maybe just and just charge $20 and you're just set. Here's
the thing. It's just so much. It's sad because I'm looking back on it. I think all the effort went into the Toy Story world. Literally all the effort to make this game.
No, they've been wanting to do it since 2. They've been wanting to do it since 2.
And they made here's the thing. There's also Monsters Inc. I forgot Monsters Inc. Keyblade is pretty cool, pretty badass.
That world was good. I like that world too. That world was good, pretty good. I just think half the worlds were kind of garbage.
Yeah.
It's how many? Okay, so how many worlds were there? Because I know there's Big Hero 6. I know there's Monsters
6, right?
Inc. There's Toy Story. There's Tangled. There's Frozen.
Also another problem with the gameplay is that now because you can't because now you have to have you could have all the party members on there at the same time. You don't have to prioritize and strategize who you want to take and use, and because of that, you have to make these to accommodate everybody. So, so it ends up being clunky and awkward. And you don't know where everybody is or what everybody's doing. So it makes it. So here's the thing. In Monsters Inc., right? You'd think the logical reason would be make it just Sully and have him play like Beast, essentially. That would make the most sense, right?
It would in some way, but I'm kind of glad they actually. I liked Sully because I think he's the most standout one. Actually, I mean not Sully. Sully. Mike. Yeah, no, Mike. It was Mike actually. That's something.
Yeah,
else.
Mike.
He was the most dynamic one because he actually had cool shit where he was most you actually look at his gear. He was mostly geared about taking the attention away from everybody else. I thought that was like cool shit. That was a cool thing to do with him that actually made sense for his character. But
also the summons suck too.
I kind of liked them, but they're useful.
Oh,
But
the
there's too many. It's getting lost. It's getting lost in all the other shit that you have.
Yeah, there's only two. There, in my opinion, there's only two good summons. There's Simba and the Dream Eater.
Wait, Simba's a summon again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's like,
but like, yeah, it's all based on the elements now. So Simba is like Simba's a fire spirit.
Ariel's
and
water.
they're called links. So Ariel's water.
That makes sense.
The Dream Eater's air, and he farts all over the place.
I was so mad. Okay, I'll say this too. I just want to go back. Sorry, go ahead. No, actually, finish that. Finish your thought.
Wreck-It Ralph is earth. And Stitch is lightning. But only like half of them are. But only like Ariel, and Simba, and I guess the Dream Eater are useful. To me, anyway.
I'll be honest. I didn't really use much of them. I mostly just went on good old gumption of like dodging and blocking the right time. But I will say one thing that was like kind of weird. The ending of 3DS game, Dream Drop Distance, made it imply that the Dream Eater is going to be used for like way more of a big thing. And there's a lot of cool Dream Eaters. I actually like the Dream Eater system a lot, where you had like you just filled out your party with Pokemon. It was a cool system.
And play fucking Pokemon. I'm kidding.
I want to play Shin Megami Tensei, obviously. But in any case, but they made it seem like Sora's like going back to the world, like we're gonna use these guys for the final battle, guys. You know, we're gonna be cool together forever. And only the fucking farty one came back. That was the worst one. I want the fucking T-Rex's head comes off and shoots lightning. That guy was awesome.
Appointment said good night. You gotta get to go. Yeah, we should probably end the stream here.
Yeah, we probably should. It's been going on a while.
It just turned to a big giant Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm just wondering why they put it on Epic Games Store. Like I was like,
no, it's dumb. I still bought it though.
It's like, oh, you finally gonna put a Kingdom Hearts game on PC and it's Epic Games. Like,
I got it on I had it on Game Pass.
All I'm gonna say is like if it comes to Steam, I might pick it up.
Yeah, I mostly just wanted to be ready for like when mods become a big thing for it because I'm ready for that. I
actually saw a mod for it on
one big mod that I really want though is the thing that I always thought that they should have done with the games. I think like after you get done with the world, you should take that person with you that came with you. Like say like you get done with Aladdin should join you on your quest because he wants to go get Jasmine. That should have been the thing.
That would have been kind of interesting.
I would love to have a party of just like give me Ariel and Jack Skellington because they're the fucking White Mage and Dark Mage. Just give me both of them.
How would that work for Ariel though?
She goes human. I don't know. Fuck it. Who cares? I just want the white magic. I just want her to cure me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What? Like I can't even think of all the worlds from Kingdom Hearts 3. What was it?
They're boring because they're mostly like new shit. They're mostly like the new shit that I don't really care about. Like I said, Big Hero 6. I like the TV show. I don't really like the movie that much.
Yeah. Well. Sorry. Say this and we gotta end the stream because it's getting late.
Yeah, I'll just say like Frozen, Tangled. Like there's Tangled I kind of like, but like Frozen, it's just a bunch of new shit. I don't know why they didn't do like different eras in that game.
I would have liked if they did fucking Princess and the Frog and they made Sora, Donald, and Goofy got cursed along with Naveen.
That would have been cool. Like they could have teamed up with them as frogs or something like that.
Nah, like Sora could have been like what's a good? He could have been like a possum or something.
I hate possums, but you go on.
Yeah, like a raccoon or a possum or something. And Donald could have been a duck. You know, like an actual duck.
He could have been an actual duck. That'd have been cool. That'd been like the new like Lion King level. That'd have been cool, but that would take effort.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm depressed now. I'll see you guys later.
All right, later, man.
All right, man. See you later.